gon' come with safety. The only time I'm safe is when I'm dangerous. Posted in the 30 with this 30, tryna leave them brainless. We still in the jets, exactly where them boys say we ain't hanging. Put cheese on my head, I come collect that shit, you think I'm playing. Trouble hop out bustin' at it, brother miss you know I'm hitting. We got O's and Bo's in here and we got wood cooked in the kitchen. If I say go get them, they go get them. Young boy fingers itching, fingers squeezing on the trigger. They heard all them glitches. Money man, I run it up. If I fall off, I'm poking shit. Told that bitch quit asking questions. I hate all that notice shit. We send shots the whole year round, no ring around the road and shit. Mala bro, he makes you vanish. He with hocus pocus shit. Chopper bus, they hit the ground. It's too many sticks around. We known to get greasy, pussy. Don't you have your bitch around? Switch up on this bitch. I catch him deep, get a whole click around. Put us in the midst of shit that we ain't do. We spinning now. Bitch keep trying to tell me slide. Think she trying to set the pick. But the hoes been tripping. Texting my bitch on that messy shit. Left a bro out there with his brains out. Yeah, that's that messy shit. Bought another Glock. Let's catch a op so I can test the bitch. Glock gon' come.
There we go. Why was the other screen on? The right screen on. All right, whatever. All right, I see why it's doing that. Sorry about that. In any regard, so what do you think would be happening when I'm gonna give you two conversations of this of understanding just so we can be clear. But what do you think will be happening when Trump removes, we're at migrants right now, but when he starts removing other people who are individuals?
I don't know what in the hell's going on, y'all. I guess I just started streaming yesterday, y'all. What's up, Wookie? What's up, man? What's up, Kimberly Harper? AP, how y'all doing? You already know. Salute everybody.
From America. What do you
I guess I just started doing this yesterday.
What do you think is going to happen?
Man. Feel like shit.
What do you think is going to happen? So let's think about that for one moment in that realm of comprehension. So we're looking at it like if we remove the evil or the people who are just willfully.
What are we talking about here, man?
Notice we're saying that. We're talking about the people who are flagrantly.
For anybody that doesn't know, they're revoking Young Thug's bond or revoking his probation. Sending him back to jail, y'all. Don't went too far with that Scooter tweet. They sending you back to jail, Young Thug. Dumbass. You got to be a fucking idiot to get out and threaten the people of the courts that just put you on probation. You got to be a fucking idiot, bro. You got to be the dumbest motherfucker there is to get out, be put on probation by the courts, and sit there and dog Gunner every day. Have shit to say about Gunner and all that. Come on, bro. Let it go. Let it go. I mean, thank you, Kimberly.
Doing evil. We're not talking about people who they made a mistake. Because it's what's gonna happen is you're gonna have people that's like, what about the guy that he was in a car accident, he accidentally. We're not talking about that person, obviously. What about the guy that he was in a fight and he accidentally? We obviously aren't talking about that guy.
Okay.
What about the guy who he's done murdered about 6 people? We're probably talking about that guy. We're definitely
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Judge. Especially after
100%.
you take probation and all your homies beat the case.
What about the people that
You're
we give,
you're
you're
a dumbass.
sentences
You just
to?
wanted to go home
Absolutely
just
all
like
of them.
everybody else. Thug took a fucking plea bargain.
100% of them. We giving them life sentences. Why are we gonna keep them in America?
Bro. These motherfuckers, they want to be street when they want to be.
Even
street.
if we sent them
People
to
wanna be
another
street
country
when
and then paid that
until
other
the
country to
motherfucking
keep them, we'd
feds come
still be
rolling
spending
in.
less money. We'd still be saving quite possibly hundreds of millions a year.
Damn, they out
So why
there
wouldn't we do that?
mopping and scrubbing the hallway.
These people got life
It's a
sentences.
machine.
The only reason why we're not going to ship the people on death row is because we got to kill them here. What do you think is going to actually happen? I don't think people really understand what's going on. And I'm saying
I don't think
all
you do
that
either, Jack. That's what I
pay
think.
attention to what I'm going to say
you're
next.
throwing spit at the wind, really.
If removing those people from the country, right, as far as God is concerned, purges our community.
I don't have no lighter.
Then what happened when they opened the borders up and allowed anybody to come in that wanted to come in? What happened when they called up the president of Argentina and told him to ship all of their people that was locked up in prison that he didn't want? What were the Democrats trying to do in that regard? Why are the Democrats fighting so hard to get the planes full of the criminals to turn around? There's other planes going out also. Those aren't the only planes. They're shipping out thousands of people a damn day, damn near, right? Why are they only complaining about the planes that got the criminals on them? And
they're not shipping out 1,000 people a day, bro. Let's be clear, bro. Them prisons are only holding like 8,000, 9,000 people, 10,000 people max. They're not sending out thousands a day, man.
I haven't seen them complain about anything else other than they're taking the criminals.
They're only sending known MS-13 members there. They're only sending gangs that belong in those fucking facilities because that is a El Salvadorian prison, I do believe. I believe that was brung on by El Salvador, right? Fucking YouTube news sometimes goes so far out there, it's ridiculous.
Why did they just hold the filibuster or whatever the hell?
Whatever the hell it is, huh? I don't even know what a filibuster is, dumbass.
I hate when I say something and I'm not 100% correct, but I do know. I think I'm pretty I know what I'm talking about over here. I have no idea how to spell the word.
Filibuster. How about just say it, dumbass?
Yeah, so that's what they did. They held the filibuster, where it was basically a prolonged debate and delay or to prevent a vote on a bill or some whatever the hell they was doing. And it was like the longest one ever. And your man Cory Booker held it. I used to have such respect for Cory Booker.
Until Trump got in office, right? And then you jumped on Trump's nuts. What's up, Lucky? And then you jumped on Trump's nuts, and then you're like, oh, I hate every Democrat there is. That's what you're doing, Jack. We're watching. What makes you hate Cory Booker now? You used to like Cory Booker so much. Tell us why you don't like him now, and just instead of saying, I don't like him now, because you're on Trump's nuts.
Pardon me. Whenever I had a conversation with someone and we were basically speaking about Democrats, that I was like, well, you know, there was a Democrat that was doing his shit, because at one point Cory Booker was doing his shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think the people, that's why I keep saying, the individuals who need to be removed are the people that's in power of the Democratic Party. Once the people that are right now in power of the Democratic Party is removed, then a new Democratic Party can grow up from the remains. That's what needs to happen. Now, that's not going to take 2 years. That's not going to take 3 years. That's going to take a little time. at least a decade. I'm just being honest with you. Because as of right now, they're not even doing
Dude, this
anything
shit
to
and get
repair the
last
problem.
night over here, boy.
Because the people that's in
We
power,
lost power. Look at my Citizens app, dude. It went nuts. We had some crazy, crazy fucking weather, bro. Crazy weather. Yeah, this is all fucking bad. Utility pole fire. Flooding on Kentucky Avenue. Building collapse reported. Major power outages. Power outages at Marion University. Downed electrical poles. Vehicle collision. Shelter in place. Ordering of Rocky Ripple. Hallville. Butler. Tarkington. It was going down, bro. We had horrible weather yesterday. Looking at 40 fucking years, bro. And to think this, you took a plea bargain. Had you just sat in court for 3 more weeks, you would have beat your case. But instead, you couldn't wait to take a fucking plea bargain, just like Gunner did. He did the same things Gunner did, bro. He did the same exact things that Gunner did. I'm sorry. He got up there and said he was a gang. He got up there and said that he dealt with guns. He got up there and said he had shit in his lyrics. Like, you did the same exact thing, man.
Know
What's
that
up,
they
dog?
have to be removed. See, this is the thing that I don't get about everybody has seen Star Wars, right? We've all, I'm just going to break it down the smallest, so, because I know we've all seen Star Wars, right? So, generally speaking. So, we've all seen the prequels, right?
Young Thug.
We've all seen the prequels, right? So, we know a little bit
Thug's going back
about,
to
so
prison,
I'm going to
man.
explain it this way, just so we could be clear. So, Palpatine wanted to be in charge of everything.
No, it was the dogging of Democrats that he used to like, though. But he didn't tell us what that Democrat was, Kevin. He didn't tell us what that Democrat did or what changed his mind of that. But the dogging of a Democrat that he used to like started.
But in order for him to be in charge of everything, he couldn't just come in and say, vote for me. He had to do 2 things. The first thing he had to do was to get competent people to say, look at him. The second thing that he had to do was to get other people who are competent, look incompetent.
Lou X, what's up?
Actually, ask away, fam. Ask away.
Incompetent. To everybody in the chat, man.
You get what I'm saying? So once again, the
I
first
feel
thing
like
he
crap,
did was,
bro, but I'm still here.
Pardon me. One of the first
I
things
took
he
another
needed
day
to do,
off,
my
but
brother. One of the first things he needed to do was,
I'm just
the
chilling at
first
home.
thing he actually did was make the competent people look incompetent, but they were competent. And then the second thing he did was have other competent people point at him and say he's the guy to lead us. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is what he needed to do. Now pay attention to what the Democratic Party is currently doing. All of the things that America actually want, the Democratic Party is saying Trump is giving those things to you, and we don't want him to.
Okay, get fuck down. What in the hell are you doing, dude?
So what are they doing every time they do that? They're pointing at Trump. This is why their number's going to keep going down. The second thing that they're doing, every single thing that they're saying is being found out to be false. They're lying on a grand scale. Incompetence. They got $1.5 billion to run a campaign. The campaign was 3 months long, and they went in debt. How? But y'all gonna run the budget. I'm gonna tell you what their plan was. Their plan was to win and just print money and forget the debt. That's what their plan was. But they lost in any regard. But they knew they was gonna lose anyway. That's the problem. They knew they was gonna lose. That's why the people were mad, because they like, you knew you was gonna lose. The information that y'all was giving us that was making us donate more money led us to believe that there was a possibility that you was gonna win. When in all trueness, you already knew that you was gonna lose. And not only did you know that you was gonna lose, you knew that it was gonna be a landslide. So anyway, so Sha Brim says, so they're going around saying he's trying to bring back segregation and taking out Black history out of museums. What's your take on that?
Hey, Diddy.
All right. So the first thing we need to do is have a real conversation. But we're not right now. But in order to really
A Trump stand. What up, Brady?
About this, we'd have to have a real conversation about
all right,
what
Judge.
our actual
have a good
American
one.
history is. Right. So imagine, for argument's sake, if a majority of the information that we have in our history books is false.
That means they've tricked us all. That means if the majority of what we have in our history books is false, that means every new generation is getting just false. It means we all live on falseness. That's what that means, Jack. Because we all go to school. We all go to school, Jack. Every fucking one of us. If we don't go to school, guess where our parents go? So that quote doesn't really make any sense, right? It can't, can it? It cannot make any sense. I got you, Freddie. Like this can't make any sense. Think about it. Think about that for one slick fucking. That means every generation they switch the textbooks in. That generation is even more fucking dumb to what's really going on. Are you that stupid? Then that makes nothing real. He said, think about that for one fucking moment, y'all. Think about that. Think about what if our history book, if everything in our history that we're taught in school was fake. That would mean every generation that's going to school would then be taught differently. I can see taking things in and out of the curriculum as things become not real or fake over the next few hundred thousands of years. But to say that everything that we've been taught was fake, well, then the world's fake then. That's just where it leads. That means everything that we see with our eyes is not real.
I'm going to show you something real quick.
That is insane, bro. That would just lead to whole bunches of mess.
I used to filibuster.
You can't just.
Let me show you something.
Lord, boy. Where's the logic in some of these people?
Two things I'm going to show you. First of all is when was the...
I understand that, but they're mostly like it. Mostly. Our kids are still being taught about slavery. Our kids are still being taught that the pilgrims come over. Our kids are still being taught the basic things that I was taught. I know because I have children. Yes, they're going to insert things, take things out of textbooks, but to think that everything is fucking not real? That would just convolute everything, dude. Right? Yeah, that's not cool.
I started to forget type it.
No, don't do this, Jack.
I don't know. I was thinking something else. No, man, where y'all trying to find out where it was at? 1867, the Board of Education was created during the presidency of Andrew Jackson.
They know where you're at, Jack.
Modern
And why would Google want to know? Why y'all trying to find out where I'm at?
U.S. Department of Education was established in 1980. I want you to pay attention to this. 1980, but basically,
look here. It's like this, guys. All of this, like, I don't want the government knowing where I'm at. I don't want the. If you've made it this far in life and you're here to this point, guess what? The government knows where you're at. I don't care what you think. The government knows where you're at. If you've made it this far in life and you're sitting here right now, the government knows where you are.
So there was a Board of Education, but it was to the states. The individual states took care of whatever their
hey, have a good one, Lucky.
Issues were, whatever the case.
I'm trying, man.
And 1980 is when it was changed over and it was nationally made. That's when Board of Ed turned national. So that's important.
I don't even want to talk about the Board of Education, Jack. The shutting down of the Board of Education is perfectly fine for me.
What was your question again?
I watched Tim Pool last night, and they were talking about shutting down the Board of Education, and they were talking about how when they started the Board of Education, we were the #1 country in the world in teaching our children. Now that the Board of Education has been around all this time, we're at like number 32nd, 34th or some shit. The public school system doesn't work. It just doesn't.
So
God damn, that's like a hollow ass desk to be hearing that through the mic. Jeez Louise. Can y'all hear that shit? You can hear everything through that mic, bro.
Civics education in American schools didn't stop being taught entirely.
That junky ass
time devoted
mic stand
significantly increased
springs and shit
around the 1960s. Why this is important?
Couldn't hear that good. God, it's fucking hot in my house, man. Probably a coffee though.
All right, so the term social studies. Okay, so basically this is how long back they was teaching social studies, right? Right, but hold on, let me show you something. And then I'm going to explain the difference between what social studies is real quick and what civics is.
Man, it's taking you a long fucking time, bro.
Before I can even answer your problem and answer the question. All right, so I can't find a better. I don't want to hold us too long with this. So basically, what you have to understand is when they Board of Ed took over schools in the 1980s,
yeah,
one
Ronald
of the things
Reagan.
that they did was they removed civics.
Convoluted answer. Absolutely.
Civics was removed. So when they took over, and what I mean by removed, I mean they still teach civics in some places, but I'm in New York City. I'm telling you right now, they did not teach civics. So what's civics? The study of civilization. The study of
we do study civics. It's just part of our social studies now. See, social studies.
Civilization, government, and the state, including the rights and obligations of citizens, as well as how government institutions and processes function. So they took civics away from us. They took the teaching of and this is one of the things why I'm still fortunate because of when I went to school, because in my school, PS59, they were still teaching civics. They mixed it in with social studies. I think.
Didn't I just say that? I just said that. It's because, bro, you know how long you go to school? Why would you go to school every day for fucking 18 years to learn about civics, dumbass? You think they should have their own class for civics? That's why it's inside of social studies. Because guess what? In the 8th grade year, you're going to go through social studies class. You're going to learn about civics. You're going to learn something in 9th grade in social studies class. Even more advanced in civics. And then in 10th grade, you're going to be in social studies class again. And in that year, you're going to learn about civics again, but it's going to be a little bit more advanced civics. Gosh, damn, dude, he is slow. He just doesn't think further than what he thinks at that moment.
When they first started teaching social studies, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that just in general. That's just something that they did in general, just so we can be clear. But yeah, so they mixed it in. So we had civics inside of our social studies. So not only...
Hey, Jack, when they first started school and there was slavery, right? Was that the first thing that was in social studies or history class? No, because it wasn't history. It wasn't history. It just happened. Only history. History. People aren't learning about Black Lives Matter in school right now because it still isn't history. You might learn it in civics class or during a social studies class.
They teach us the history of America or the history of the world or whatever the case might be. But they also taught us about the Constitution, and they taught us about a whole bunch of other things that was civics in any regard.
No doubt.
So they basically removed civics, not entirely, but its main function, which was to teach children how America worked, so we can all be inside.
Do you think we need 18 years of school for that? That's what I'm saying. You think we need to go for 18 years to learn about civics? Yeah, I might have had a civics class. I might have. I don't remember offhand. I remember learning about civics in like social studies class. I mean, I had a history class. I had things like that when I got into high school, I remember. Because my only fucking credit in high school, I got 1 high school credit, bro. 1. I was a fuck off, bro. Word salad. You don't need to learn for 18 years about civics.
Of the law.
It's part of a social study anyways, Jack. High school.
So we could understand what our rights are. That's basically what civics is. That was removed and it was replaced with social studies.
That's why they have like 9-week.
It's just the study of society, right? It's just various aspects of branches of the study of human society considered as an educational discipline.
And
right?
guess what?
But you want to know the thing
in studying of social studies and all that, guess what? Guess what? You'll learn about civics. Do you learn about any other do you learn about China's social studies? Nope. You learn about American social studies. So is that not civical?
About social studies is just the collection of the idea of what people are saying happened. It's not actually always what happened, and I'm going to give you proof of that. So remember when they said JFK, the way he was shot, the guy was in the freaking hedges or whatever the hell, and it was like, he was in the bell tower. Then why that information coming out now saying that Jade was the driver that did it?
All people knew was what the government told them. So that's all they could study about. You're just blowing your own conversation, dude. You think the teachers had privy information about JFK dying, and it was all because of these people, and it was these people, and the way he was shot? Bro has no logic.
CIA information coming out saying that. Okay, so something a little bit
Because
more
we're not
relevant
taught by the
or
CIA,
prevalent, or
Jack.
something a little bit more
CIA is
or whatever the case might be.
not even
right?
supposed to be working
So,
in our country, dumbass.
I'm being mindful not to say nothing about C-19. So we're not going to talk anything about that. So let's talk about something else, just in general. Remember when the Democrats told you that tariffs were going to make everything more expensive, and other countries were going to, when they import the goods, the prices.
Guess what, Jack? I'll tell you right now. There's no way you can even give that tariffs are good because it's just now starting. We're not going to know if tariffs are good for another 10 years. Stupid.
We're going to go through the roof. And remember, Trump said that that's not what's going to happen. Think about all of the people that believe the Democrats for one moment.
It is tough. It is tough, bro.
That's what social studies basically is.
I say leave it alone.
People saying a thing that might not necessarily have happened.
He's trying to go to back.
They just got it in a book and they're teaching it to children.
When Trump can make mistakes, bro. If you really love your president and you really are backing the president that you voted for, then you'll understand that he's going to make mistakes. Look at the shit he's doing, bro. He's done more than any president in the first fucking 100 days than any in history. So, like, there are going to be mistakes made along the way. You just got to understand that. There's not a single person that walks through life and doesn't make one mistake every single day. Every day of your life, you're going to put your key in upside down. You're going to make a mistake. Every single day of your life, you're going to hit the escape button when you should have hit the enter button. And this is going to be things that you've been doing every day of your life. That's why it's called a mistake. Like, we're only human, dude. He thinks he made such great points, bro.
They should be teaching civics. So do I care about the museums or the teachings or all of that stuff? No, I don't as much as others.
Wow, bro. You've really lowered yourself. You have really lowered yourself, bro.
To have grown up.
That's
shout out to
low,
the 5% Nation. I'm so fortunate to have grown up around so many 5%ers. People that was, no matter what they other issues in the world was, they were actively discussing what was going on in the world. I'm so fortunate to have been around as a child, because I'm talking 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. You know, when it started. No, everybody I was around growing up, when they was around, basically was 5%ers, because that's what my brothers were. That's what my cousins were. That's what.
How can you speak so highly of someone and then in another day speak so poorly of them? I don't get that. How can you speak so highly of these people and swear that they were this high on the table and yeah, man, but you ended up so fucking low? And then in one sentence, you'll say that they were right, and in another sentence say that their teachings were wrong.
My uncles were. So I say all that to say this.
Kitty.
It's not a Mandela effect y'all going through. It's that mind control is wearing off. That's what's happening. It's in the Mandela effect. It's not no alternate
Motherfucker.
existence.
Hit that like button for Maine, y'all.
Niggas was under a hypnotism. Under a spell.
Hypnotism is
It's wearing off. That's all that's happening. That's it.
all this.
And as
you
far
didn't
as
make
segregation
point.
goes,
You made no point whatsoever.
when do we always talk about how blacks were powerful? You know how this is the thing that I have, the issue that I have with not you, Shy. Shout out to Shy Brim. Not you. But this is the issue that I have with a lot of people that try to talk pro-black shit, because they don't even know about the time or the period. They will have these conversations based on information that they currently have that they would not have been able to have while the thing was going on. So they'd be like, I would have never did that because, yeah, but you know this because it's after the fact. This is all hindsight. This is nothing to do with in the moment. So let me explain.
I just said that not even 10 minutes ago.
You want to know the real reason why they got rid of segregation?
The real reason why they got rid of segregation. Let's hear it, Jack. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. It wasn't because every man's created equal, is it?
Work for. The majority of black people, right, work for white people. Correct? So white people paid them. Correct? And then white people said that they weren't allowed to go to their stores. Correct? So they had no choice but to take this money that the white people paid them and go to colored people establishments to spend the money. Correct?
What's up, Eric?
Do you know what an exchange of economy is?
Ah, damn. Here we go, bro.
So, in an exchange,
What's popping?
Oh no, this okay. Goods and services are traded or exchanged. Shout out to Shy Brim with the $10 drop. Salute. Goods and services are exchanged either directly, bartered through medium exchange like money without production taking place. It focuses solely on the distribution and consumption of pre-existing resources, right? So how do you build economy, right? Because that's what I want.
Oh my God. Damn, dude.
So hold on.
Oh my God.
So fostering economy growth, diversification, innovation, collaboration, along with supporting local businesses, investing in infrastructure, and free, fair exchange, trade, right? So check this out. This is the part I want you to pay attention to, along with supporting local businesses.
What's up, Rock?
So what happens when the black people who are working, you know, primarily the majority of the individuals who are the employers are whites, Caucasian, right? So they're taking the money that they make with the white people and they can only spend it in black establishments of color. What
That's not true.
That's doing to the white
That's
economy?
not true. That's not true. That is not true. They didn't have whites only. Well, they did have whites only stores, but that was usually drinking fountains where they sat on the bus. You could spend your money amongst the white community, or yes, you could. You didn't have to spend your money in the black community then. It's just black people got smart enough to say, hey, I'm going to start spending my money only with black stores. You are an idiot, bro. Shout out to Maine, bro. He said, I got to keep up with Jack. Shout out to Maine with the $10 drop, bro. Got to keep up with Jack. Shout out to y'all, man. I really do appreciate it, man. Salute, G. I dropped my fucking joint. Ugh. Sorry, Jack. Didn't beat us today. Yep.
Right now, right now, right now, right now.
Look, he didn't make a point whatsoever. I made the points for him. Yeah, it was separated shit. I'm not going to say because I don't know. I wasn't in that time. I'm just going off what I was taught. So don't like hold me accountable for anything, but this is the way I was taught. You had to eat out back or separate doors for colored only. You could spend that money. But I mean, it was smart of the black people to start their own businesses. That way, black people could start their own economy. And I see where he's going with it. I see where he's going with it because they wanted the American economy. They would split the fucking land, is what it would do. Because for one, they're already
now
pissed.
I want you to go look at who is one of the biggest spenders of money on the planet.
Oh, you better not say black people
What
are.
demographic?
You better not say black people are, bro. Where'd you get that study at? Where did you get that study at, bro? Where did you get that study at? Where did you get that? I need to see that study. Where did you get that fucking pearl from?
So no, he's not bringing back segregation.
I'm not laughing at anything but you're up here saying that white people are more rich, more thing because they shut down the black businesses. Then you turn around and say that black people spend more money than any other race. I believe that would be white people, bro. I still think that's white people that spend the most money because they have the most money. That was a dumbass statement, bro. Who do you think spends the most money on the planet? He's a fucking idiot. He's a real dummy, man.
Prim said before I said all of that, his Wall Streets we were have. Oh, shout out to that shit. In any regard, so yeah, I don't care. It's of no regard to me. But the point that I want to make, just so we can be clear,
I lost where he was even going,
I
y'all.
don't really care for because a lot of that history is fake. And
I learned about Black Wall Street.
Is why we don't have Black Wall Street no more.
I learned about Black Wall Street though.
We would have if segregation stayed a thing. We'd have Black Wall Streets all over. First of all, there were Black Wall Streets all over the place. Just for the people that don't get it, those towns are now buried under lake.
But do you understand what that does to the American country? Then it would make us not a forever loving country of all people. This rhetoric and misinformation is dangerous. The rambling and word salad makes no sense. And the truth be told, it was all stolen. It factually was. Every fucking bit of it. Every bit of it, bro. Every fucking bit of it. They come over here on them boats. They found this land. Sent back for more fucking people and come and stole this shit. It's exactly what they did. Did they create a good society? Probably the best on the planet right now. I mean, there's a few other countries that sit up there with America, but they still tell you what you can and can't do in certain areas. Like a lot of these countries won't let you criticize their government. If you get caught saying any one crazy thing about their government, they're gonna hang your ass.
In mud. Go do some American history. You'll get it. I'm not gonna go into all of that over here because it's really incendiary.
Well, you've done went far enough, bro.
But there were a ton of Black Wall Streets.
Yeah, my daughter graduates at the end of May.
They were all over the place because, like I said,
they're holding it an hour away from my house, bro. Like, what the fuck?
So that means every time a Black person go work for a white person, they come back and they spend it with Black people. That made us richer.
We are streaming. He's gonna be mad.
I don't know. Whatever.
He's gonna be mad, Spider-Man.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean,
I can't wait till we run into that part.
In any regard,
he's gonna be madder than hell, bro.
Let's talk about this Trump tariff thing. Any other question you got? Any other question, Sha? I hope I answered that well. Yeah, hold on. Before I even said all of that, Shah Brim said, before I said all of that, he put up, I honestly think the segregation is a good idea. We did great when it was. Man, that's a fact.
I don't think it is. Hold on, man. Would that same person still think that way if they had slavery? Hold the fuck on, bro. Hold the fuck up. Because shortly after slavery is when segregation became, right? Or right after slavery. It was slavery, then segregation. Segregation is still slavery. What are you talking about? I think it was better then. You didn't live then. What the fuck? God damn, bro. Jesus Christ, man.
We did great. And this is actually a great way to lead into the tariffs conversation, because that's another conversation on the economy.
Hi, Sarah.
And once again, I think that people just don't understand how the economy works. So
yeah, we had
it's
some crazy
easy
tornadoes
for whatever politician it is to lie.
It started here about
they could just try to make it seem like they're
knocked my
breaking
power
it
out
down
to
for
1
you.
a.m.
know what, this is too complicated for your minds is. So I'm just gonna tell you this in the most little itty bittiest pieces of portions that I can give to you. So that's what they do sometimes.
Amazing, dude.
While they're doing that, they leave out the grander idea or concept of why things are done. So it seems like something might be
this is a bunch of conspiracy theory shit right here.
For a great reason.
You hear
so
this?
I want to be clear on this. And I
you hear this? They leave out the grander ideas. Yeah, this is all fucking theory.
There'd be no misunderstandings. We did not always have income tax. They have tricked you into believing that income tax is necessary. I, at one time, also believed that income tax was necessary.
What the
they
fuck?
Have tricked
what
you.
The fuck? What the
it's
fuck?
Not necessary.
Hold the fuck on. How in the fuck? And what the fuck? How in the fuck? You said, yeah, you would think income tax is good. You don't pay none, motherfucker.
Sorry.
The only thing we should be paying taxes on is a sales tax. That's it. Maybe Social Security. I'm up for Social Security.
So I told y'all.
You don't even need it if you know how to live your life. You should be saving your own money to retire on.
That the Trump tariffs was a good idea. I was having a conversation with one of my homeboys, and I was like, yo, Trump tariffs is a great idea. I saw him today, by the way.
You saw him today.
Tariffs is a great idea.
Fucker, it's like you started screaming at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, bro. Where'd you see him at?
He was like, yeah, but what if this happens and what if that happens? And all of his what ifs were the things that the Democrats say that just, what are you talking about? Like, not my homie, but the Democrats. Are you in drugs? What are you talking about? This is absolute insanity. I know how the economy works. So when they be saying certain things, they'd be like, that doesn't make sense. In any regard, just so we could be clear.
This is fucking nuts.
If another
in any regard thrown in there,
importing a good here got hit with a tariff, so they said we're gonna make the American people pay by raising the price. They're gonna price themselves out of the market, and what that then is gonna happen is they're not gonna sell, and Americans are then gonna be forced to buy American. You're not gonna have a choice.
I ain't got to be forced to buy American, Jack. I do not have to be forced to buy American-made products, sir. I only buy Chinese-made products because that's what's cheaper right now. You don't have to force me to buy American-made products. If there's a chance that I buy this one here and there's an American-made product next to it, I'm buying the American-made product. Like, what are you talking about? You don't have to force American-made citizens to buy something from America. I doubt that. I I don't think so, bro. Any kind of tool has to be made in America for me.
Actually
Has to
drives
be.
the price of the American goods down because we're purchasing them at a higher volume.
Any tool.
Now, in addition to that, that also means that the workers that they have making whatever goods it is and whatever other services is that they need to supply in order to be able to sell this good and or product, they have to increase. So these are jobs. I said this.
But what I'm
And
saying
you
is,
still have people saying, no, the price is going to go up.
my
What?
uncle paid in his Social Security too. He don't collect anything. He collects his pension from his job that outpays Social Security. So Social Security's like, fuck you. Why would I take that over this?
What y'all going to pay?
If you work at a place for
I said
26
the
years,
only
shouldn't you have a pension? Shouldn't you have a retirement plan?
way around
It's
that
a
is
long
if they
fucking
just
time.
remove the taxes because the taxes are reciprocal.
I'm not
So
saying you
what
should
did
get
all
rid
these
of it.
countries do?
You did hear me say I don't
Southern
mind paying
countries
Social
just
Security
removed the
tax.
taxes on
I don't.
American goods.
That's one that I don't really mind paying.
So now our
But like,
American companies
it
can
was set
sell
up
their
for
goods
people
in
that
other
don't do
countries
it
and
for
prosper
themselves.
like they sell their goods in America and prosper. How in the hell are the Democrats against this?
Taxing is unfair regardless of however you look at it, because it's going to help one person, but it's not going to help the other. This person's going to pay taxes for something that's going to help that person. Taxation is not fair anywhere across the board.
How are they against this?
I know.
In every metric, America benefits. Every metric.
That cat is in there dragging everything out of my cabinets, bro. He's such a dickhead.
Besides the fact that tariffs have also forced other companies
I don't
to
even fuck
then
with him no more. Let him
now
get it out.
say that they're going to
when he's
build
done.
factories in America just so they don't have to go through all of the, the tariff problem.
Taxation is
So those
theft,
are
man.
more jobs
It
to
is.
American citizens.
I can see giving a sales tax because, of course, we do want our country making money. I understand that. Without taxing, then we can't have some of the finer things we have, like roads and highways and things like that, right? But like, it's not all good. You too, CD. What's up?
And then Trump even went a next step and said that if you buy an American-made car, the insurance on your vehicle.
Nope.
What did he say?
Nope. He did not say anything about insurance. It was the loan, the interest. We'll get a 25% cut on the interest. They're still going to charge you interest, but you get a 25% tax break. The taxation on the interest will be cut, not the interest.
But I want to make sure I'm correct on
He thinks he's so bright.
Why the Democrats
You need to quit watching TV and then coming up here with certain talking points because it ain't really helping you. You're not remembering it. You're not learning from it. You're just taking talking points. It's not insurance, buddy. Look at that. Add auto insurance to the list of things increasing in price. You see that? Look at this. This dumbass went to a fucking write-up about insurance going up for your automobile. You hear that? Look.
That's a
stupid ass. Yeah, he's in there fucking, he's quiet right now, so I don't know what he's doing. I heard him in there. He knew I was sick yesterday and was by me all day, bro.
I'm looking for specifically
a little bit.
They're gonna
I
say,
got to get to the
I don't know,
doctor.
it's these guys.
You're never going to find it going up, looking up insurance.
On Wednesday, Trump announced a 25% tariffs from this Thursday on all cars, light trucks, and auto parts imported into the U.S., a move experts calling devastating. Look, what the heck are they talking about? Almost half of the 16 million cars sold in the U.S. last year were imported, with a total value exceeding $330 billion, according to the news reports quoting Sachs and Goldman and Sachs. It's not clear whether the tariffs will go into effect as laid out.
Mine isn't really like I don't have a cold or anything. Something's wrong with my kidneys.
But one
and
thing
shit,
we know
so
for
I
sure,
gotta get
says
to the doctor and
Ian
get tests done.
Geckle?
I'm still yet to go take tests and shit. I'm still yet to like get a regular fucking doctor. Like I'm putting off a lot of shit that shouldn't be.
Economist at the Anderson Economic Group is that the Trump's policies are protectionist and are not free market and free trade the way the U.S. has done things.
You just
for decades.
read everything. It
now
didn't
that
say
it's
a damn
shifting,
thing about
that's
it.
the new rule. The companies have to pay accordingly and will have an increased business presence in America. Could I say something real quick?
That means if you're going to buy an automobile that's from the other side of the world, it'll probably be built right here in America. That's what it's doing, dude. It's forcing their auto plants to build in America. That way they don't have a tariff. That's all it's doing, bro. It's moving companies that went to China to come back from China to America, which we already have companies here. I work for one. There's already Chinese companies here. 100%. All they're doing is that. That's it. It's about who and where they're going to build. That's what it's about. And if you're not going to build here, and if you're not going to build on our soil, then guess what? You're going to pay a tax.
Big shout out to this guy, Ian.
Simple as that.
I don't know how to say that. Is it Ian? That's how you say Ian? Hold on. Elon? That might be an L, right?
Yeah. Elon. He works for
Elon Echo. Echo? I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a pronunciation for this shit. Probably can't though. You know what is wrong with this page?
Look at all the pop-ups on it, bud.
I yelled that out in the game. And the dude was like, "You yelled that red bastard is the guy." And the other dude was like, "Yeah, but he kind of is."
I do. I hate him.
You know what? Shout out to you dudes.
I know. I 100% fully plan on taking care of all this, at least by the end of, April. But I got something going on. I've said it before. And there's nothing to hide.
So
I just don't know exactly yet.
Hey,
could be just an infection. Could be just getting old. I don't know. But definitely something going on. I do. I hate them, bro. There's not a damn. I don't like.
The name of this United States representative. The pronunciation of her name, American politician.
What in the fuck are we looking at here? Thank you, Freddie. I've been dealing with it for a minute. I've seen a fucking a doctor that was here. My mom was here. And he ordered me to go get tests. And then yesterday, I go to make an appointment with him again. Because, of course, I didn't go get the test done. I'm just a lazy fuck. But, I made an appointment with him again. I went to try to make an appointment with him again yesterday. And they said they're closing that fucking building. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? So now I got to find a new doctor. Yeah, he's like, I don't even know.
Ilhan.
Okay, so his first name is Ilhan.
Butt guy.
All right, so that's good enough.
What the fuck was that?
I already knew that though. So that is an L. I don't know. Ilhan.
Rabbit hole.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
How to even pronounce this man's name, bro? By the way, they're sending Thugger back to jail, homie. Thug, you're going back to jail. Stupid. They sending young Thug back to jail, yo. He ain't even been home, 6 months? This motherfucker going back to jail. And to think that Thug could have sat in prison for 3 more weeks and been kicked out of jail. No fucking case. His co-defendants won. And you took a 40-year plea, stupid.
And this is why I need a wife. I get distracted. What was I doing again? Oh, yeah. Okay. So.
You know what I didn't like about the whole Thug shit? Is since he's been out of jail, Thug has unrelentlessly went at Gunner. Unrelentlessly has shown disrespect to Gunner, right? But didn't Thug do the same thing Gunner did? Gunner just did it first? Isn't that what Young Thug did? He pled guilty. That means you're admitting to everything that's in that fucking trial. I'm sorry. You pled guilty. You did the same exact thing. You admitted you was a gang. You admitted to all this shit, just like Gunner did. Just like Gunner did. And Gunner didn't get on no stand. He didn't go up there and take state's witness or anything. He just took a plea. You on here, you on
Shout out what this dude says though.
You on Twitter telling everybody that young Scooter died of a bullet hole. Boy, you stupid as hell. You gotta be the dumbest motherfucking rapper on the fucking planet to think you was gonna get on Twitter and tweet it up and they weren't gonna say a fucking thing about it. And then you just go and try to lie on fucking Atlanta PD. They ain't going for that shit, bro. Ain't happening because all this. You guys want to check that out real quick? I'll show y'all real quick. He's going back to jail because of all the tweets. And then on April Fools, he told everybody that the autopsy came back for young Scooter. He died of a bullet hole. He was shot. Like, bro, Thug, you was fucking up, bro. The only person I'm going to is Seti Nash because he's the one that followed the Young Thug case so heavy. I'm not going to believe no one else but probably this guy right here. He was in Atlanta for a lot of it.
So check this out. I found.
Oh, yeah. I got pissed anyway. Yeah, Thug going back to jail, bro. Oh, that's not good, CD. Yeah, I was in bed all day. What was it? I got off stream Tuesday, I think. I streamed Tuesday morning, I think. And then, like, when I got off stream, I started feeling bad that day. Then I fucking laid in bed all that night. I couldn't sleep. I was up and down, fucking pissing. And then yesterday, I was in bed all day. All fucking day. Fulton County prosecutors asked to have Young Thug's probation revoked.
Fulton County prosecutors asked to have Young Thug's probation revoked. Atlanta.
That ain't good, baby girl.
Has learned prosecutors with the Fulton County District Attorney's Office have filed a motion to revoke the probation for hip-hop superstar Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams. A document obtained by Channel 2's investigative reporter Mark Winnie says, since sentencing, the defendant has engaged in conduct that threatens the safety of witnesses and prosecutors, compromises ongoing legal proceedings, and warrants immediate revocation of probation. The motion says the integrity of this court and the safety of those involved in this prosecution are at stake. The YSL case began initially as an indictment that charged 28 people, including rapper Young Thug, with conspiring to violate Georgia's Racketeer Influence and Corrupts Organization Act. Young Thug pleaded guilty as part of a non-negotiated plea deal in December. 9 other defendants took plea deals before the trial began, including rapper Gunna. The trial was the longest criminal trial in Georgia history. It took 10 months alone just to select the jury, and testimony didn't begin until a year ago in November 2023. Stay with WSBTV.com and tune in to WSB TV at 11 p.m. for the latest on this developing story. I freaking knew it yesterday. It's not just about the dog. You know what?
You think so, Lambo? I don't know why he did that, dude. That was dumb as fuck. What happened?
State of Georgia versus Jeffrey Williams. Defendant state's motion to revoke probation sent to Paige Whitaker. Comes now. The state of Georgia, volume through the undersigned counsel, and moves this honorable court to immediately revoke the probation of defendant Jeffrey Williams. The defendant has demonstrated a blatant disregard for the law, the safety of witnesses, and the integrity of judicial proceedings. The state submits that the defendant's continued presence in the community under probationary supervision presents a clear and present danger to public safety and undermines the rule of law. Background. On October 31st, 2024, the defendant, Jeffrey Williams, was sentenced to probation with conditions that include no contact with the victim and victim's family. The defendant pled guilty, and the conditions of probation were imposed pursuant to OCGA 42-8-35, which authorizes courts to establish and enforce conditions necessary to protect the public and uphold the administration of justice. Since sentencing, the defendant has engaged in conduct that directly threatens the safety of witnesses and prosecutors, compromises ongoing legal proceedings, and warrants immediate revocation of probation, escalating threats and witness intimidation. Investigator, and I knew that I effing knew it. As soon as I got sent this article, I knew it. I already knew what it was, and I started to make a video about this yesterday. Investigator Marissa Viverito is currently testifying in a multi-defendant gang murder preliminary hearing, which remains ongoing and is set to reconvene on Monday, April 7, 2020.
First of all, what is going on in the hip hop and rap universe? What is going on, bro? Lil Baby locked up. Rico. They're throwing Ricos at everybody, bro. You know why? Because they got the bread. They're the ones spinning the bread. And look at all these wiretaps, dude. Look at how easy your phone could be tapped. Just you. You know why? Because you spoke to a Fed. You spoke to somebody that was under investigation. Now your phone's tapped. And then the next person you call, their phone gets tapped. Man, oh man.
25. During the hearing, the court explicitly ordered that the witness not be shown on television while testifying. Despite this order, the known blogger deliberately violated the court's directive by posting on social media she doesn't want to be shown on screen.
He did that. Seti Nash definitely put that picture out.
Well, here she is, along with a photograph of investigator Viverito. On Tuesday, April 1st, 2025, Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, amplified this act by reposting the image with the caption, Marissa.
That's what he did. Because there's a Twitter out there that's called Thugger Daily. And everybody thinks that this is Young Thug and shit, which I don't think it is. I mean, he's got a fan that really knows how to run a page. You know what I mean? And it's like just nothing but thug every day. For anybody out there that's looking to start a page, that's a very good way to draw interest to your page. You have to draw attention to yourself to be under the scope. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. That Rolling 60s Rico proves that. They were wiretapping. They had Big U wiretapped. As soon as he contacts this person to talk about this, their phone gets tapped. As soon as that person, they tap everybody's line, whether you're under the scope or not. They'll put you under the scope.
Viverito is the biggest liar in the DA's office. This post quickly went viral, amassing over 2 million views with thousands of comments and retweets, many of which included direct threats to investigator Viverito and her family. Direct threats. As a direct consequence of these social media posts, Viverito's home address and her parents' home address were publicly posted, exposing them to a grave danger. See Exhibit 8. One post stated, "If the hate is really real, then pull up on her mama crib," alongside a photograph of her mother's residence, see Exhibit A. Hours later, an additional post emerged threatening the assassination of District Attorney Fonnie Willis, see Exhibit B. The escalation from targeting a testifying witness to making a direct death.
Yes, they do, bro. I could take you to a video right now of a guy that worked for the feds that tells you. Yeah, they have to suspect. That's what I just said, AP. If you got a guy that's federally under investigation and he's calling people, they will see who you're. They'll pull the phone records and see who you've been calling before you talk to this person. Or let's say, hey, we made a deal about guns. Okay, they know there's a deal for guns. Who did he call 24 hours before this? Who did he call 24 hours after this? All those numbers will then be tapped. Every fucking one of them, bro. Every fucking one of them. All because of somebody you know being wrapped up. It's that simple.
Threat against the
All you
elected
have to
district
do-
attorney of Fulton County.
All you really have to do is be involved in criminal activity and then speak to someone that's involved with criminal activity. And you're fucked. Especially if it's the feds.
Is a grave and unprecedented attack on the justice system, pattern
Yes.
of intimidation and court undermining. This is not an isolated incident. Boy, I think they're gonna sit up here and probably bring up that gun and stuff. Anyways, I'm just speculating before I'm reading this, by the way, literally for the first time, just y'all. This is not an isolated incident.
Well, what they'll
It
do
is
is,
part of a
what they'll do is, I'm not saying they'll tap that person's phone automatically. What they'll do is pull the phone records. See how many times you've called that number and you've called this number. What y'all talked about. Pull the text records. Pull all the signal records. They can get it all now. You think talking under Signal or Telegram and all that, they can pull it all, bro. Nothing is fucking... Why do you think we've moved away from like landlines and everything's cell phone? Yeah. Like if let's say AP's under investigation, he calls me. That won't put me automatically under investigation, but they will investigate me and then see if I'm involved in criminal activity. And if I somehow am, guess what? I get bopped too. I get my shit tapped. If I'm like
campaign of intimidation, harassment, and misinformation designed to undermine the legal process. Social media has been used as a tool to manipulate public perception, spread misinformation, and instill fear. These efforts have also included attempts to exploit the court's perceived stance or disdain towards the state by referring to Your Honor as YSL Whitaker. This ongoing manipulation of public perception through social media is intended to obstruct justice, silence witnesses, and threaten those who enforce law.
So Thug has this page called Thugger Daily, right? Seriously. And Thugger Daily's putting out all this egregious fucking info about cops and shit and fucking... And then what's Young Thug do? Repost. Share. They can't see in FaceTime calls, but they can record what's being said. They can get the audio of
for
it.
revocation. Under OCGA 42-8-34, a court may revoke a defendant's probation when they engage in new criminal conduct or violations that threaten public safety. The defendant continued association with individuals actively involved in witness intimidation, threats of violence, and obstruction of justice constitutes a clear violation of probation conditions. These actions mirror the established tactics of criminal organizations as defined under OCGA 16-15-3, which are designed to instill fear, silence witnesses, and interfere with judicial proceedings. As a direct consequence of these actions, law enforcement resources have been required to provide security in response to the escalating threats and intimidation. Georgia courts have consistently upheld the revocation of probation for conduct that endangers witnesses, obstructs justice, and threatens public officials. Failure to act decisively will only encourage further attempts to threaten, harass, and intimidate those involved in the case. The state asserts that not addressing this matter directly with the defendant,
and they're going off just tweets, guys. This is just Thug tweeting. Hello.
Fail to serve as an adequate deterrent given the gravity and escalating nature of these threats. Furthermore, as both the defendant and this court acknowledged during his plea and sentencing, the defendant wields significant influence over people worldwide, amplifying the potential impact of his actions. See Exhibit C, excerpt from the 1031 hearing. need for revocation. The integrity of this court and the safety of those involved in this prosecution are at stake. The defendant's probation should be immediately revoked to prevent further harm, ensure compliance with the law, and send a clear message that witness intimidation and threats against public officials will not be tolerated. The state urges this court to take swift and decisive action by revoking the defendant's probation and remanding them to custody without delay. Conclusion. Wherefore, the state of Georgia respectfully requests this court to schedule a hearing to address immediate revoke or modify the defendant's probation as it deems appropriate. Order the defendant to reimburse the costs incurred by law enforcement for additional protective measures. Necessitate.
It showed in the Rolling 60s indictment that the police didn't even care. They were getting bunk dope. They were getting pounds of fake meth, bro. They didn't give a fuck. Kept going back until that one time you served them the real one. Bam! Got your ass. You dumb motherfuckers, bro.
And impose any further sanctions necessary to safeguard the witnesses, prosecutors, and the integrity of the judicial system. Respectfully submitted the second day of April 2025, finding T. Willis, Adam Abate, and Simone Hilton.
Exhibit A.
So we'll go through right here. We'll look at the exhibits.
Look at that, bro.
It says Viverito testimony footage. And basically, this is all, man, I'm gonna rip into the state. Y'all know how I'm coming on this one, right? So then Young Thug retweets biggest liar in the DA's office.
Bro, why would you do that? Why would you do that, bro?
And then,
like, you got 10 years to shut your fucking mouth, okay? You know that you just signed a deal to shut your fucking face for 10 years. Shut the fuck up.
Young Thug retweeted the Thugger Daily post, all my homies hate Viverito. Yeah.
Dumb, dude.
Dumbass used to live at altitude, got my Airbnb shut down. If the crib is
$525,000 for an Airbnb.
Really real, then pull up at her mama house, but this is a house that's been sold. I will personally make sure finding Willis assassinated. Daredevil season 4.
What in the fuck, bro? Why would you be sharing this, man?
So this is when Young Thug has sat up there and said, yeah, but I understand, rap lyrics. I understand how it can be twisted. I understand what it can do to the mind of people. I understand all that. And I promise you, I'm 100% changing that. It's just, I'm older. I'm grown now. It's just like, I am smarter. There's more things to rap about. Like, I have experienced a lot of good things. I've experienced more bad things, but I experienced a lot of good things too. And anyway,
He didn't learn. He didn't learn this.
Well, I appreciate it. And I appreciate that you do realize how much of an impact you have on people. It's past your neighborhood.
It's fair to say that Thug did not learn nothing
that you have on people. A whole lot of rap music and the rap industry is. It has tremendous.
Okay, that's all the testimony and shit.
By far the most likely outcomes.
That's his plea deal.
And I know that happens.
That's his plea deal. If you ask me, Thug didn't do anything better than what Gunner did. And I don't know why he's ridiculing Gunner. I don't. I lost all respect for people when you ridicule somebody that took. Gunner didn't get up on the stand. Gunner didn't tell on Thug. He just said he was in a gang and that it was a gang. He didn't make it a year. Has it been not even 6 months, has it? He didn't learn his lesson. He didn't learn.
Let me throw a full disclaimer because I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna be fair, right? And it says blaming Jeff because Fonny got a death threat. Please get the F out of here. And the Thugger Daily says that's not what the caption said. Good job, line again, Fulton County. Thug did not put her name out there. And even if he did, why can't he publicly criticize the system that prosecuted him? We step it all over the First Amendment.
Because you're on probation, stupid. It's not the fact you could if you weren't on probation. Your voice has it's going to carry. You're Thug. That they're not tripping off what Young Thug's saying. I promise you that. They're tripping off how many people are sharing it, liking it, retweeting it. That's what they're tripping on, bro.
Amendment. Then he highlighted when it says on April
17,000
1st,
fucking
2025,
shares,
Jeffrey Williams,
dude.
aka Young Thug, amplified this act by reposting the image with the caption Marissa Viverito, the biggest liar
See?
in the DA's office.
He amplified the act. He amplified it. That's all they're gonna have to say. Yeah, you shared it. Guess what? Whoever didn't see it on Thugger Daily, which that Twitter's blown the fuck up. Thug shares it.
This post went quickly viral, amassed over 2 million views with thousands of comments and retweets, many of which included direct threats to investigator Viverito. So, with all due respect, Thugger Daily, you're saying Thug didn't put her name out there, but he did amplify the actual post.
Wow.
So Thug had to make sure to come out and say this. I don't make threats, people. I'm a good person. I would never condone anyone threatening anyone or definitely participating in threatening anyone. I'm all about peace and love. The Thugger Daily goes on to say, so Viverito is allowed to call Thug a bunch of probably,
you need to separate yourself from that Twitter
lie
page,
about
bro.
him putting 24 million on someone's head, lie about his album cover being called a gang war, etc. But he can't call her a liar? Nah. Judge herself heavily implied the prosecutors were lying at times,
James?
and they were. Personal non-lawyer prediction out of my ass. Whitaker looks at the motion and denies it without a hearing, or at worst adds conditions to limit
That Thugger page wrapped Thug up, bro.
Then an actual lawyer chimed in, but y'all know.
Well, I'm not even gonna say that because Thug's a grown ass adult. He knows what to do and what not to do.
Hood lawyer. So I really, really, really ain't really tripping on that one. Actual lawyer, not talking out of his ass prediction. Andrew Fleischman. It is not illegal to criticize the Fulton County District Attorney's Office or Marissa Viverito. It does not seem like Thug had any terms of probation to keep him from criticizing them, nor do I think the First Amendment will permit such terms. Before you guys write in disagreements, I want you to look at the other side. The whole Sadie Nash, Fighting Willis stuff and everything like that, those rumors are about to circulate again because what I'm about to say has to be said. And I don't give a damn who's a fan. I don't care if family members. Big Jeff, I respect you. You know, we don't really see eye to eye at all. But flat out, your son was wrong.
He was, dude. That was stupid.
If he wasn't on probation,
what a fuck.
No problem. He is still the property in state property. Do we understand this? So when they said what they said, they were actually right. He can't say nothing. Not a thing. And for all you morons who are going to say, well, it's his First Amendment right, and that's how he feel. Man, they want that money,
bro.
That's what they say.
On probation, bro. You're going back to jail, though. They're going to pick him up. I don't know if he'll do all of his time because he's got some money. But they gonna bleed him, bro. They getting ready to bleed Thug, dude. You just couldn't shut your mouth while on probation. Just couldn't.
Found this interesting. So basically what I was just talking about how it helps America. And he said that his policies are protectionist.
That is crazy.
I think that we should all be focused on that right here.
Right here.
I think that's interesting.
There goes his
this individual who's we just looked him up real quick. It's certified. This guy right here.
Right here.
This loads back in. I don't know what it's doing. But anyway, that guy right there, Ilhan Eckel, is a senior economist at the Anderson Economic Group.
No, he didn't.
And he said Trump's policies are protectionist. So what are the Democrats talking about?
So what do you think? He gets a slap on the wrist?
Look, some car manufacturers, including Korea's Hyundai and Kia, have announced plans to boost production in America.
That means my job.
That means more jobs for Americans. I don't understand how this is bad. Why that gives the impression that Trump is right to argue.
My job. Did you hear that, Jack? Get yourself a fucking job. I did hear of boosting in products. I did hear about that. I did hear. They're not going to tell me, and I'm at the bottom, so I don't know much anyways, but I did hear of lots of overtime coming, but that's usually in the summertime anyway.
will force manufacturers to produce more in America. The full picture is more complicated, he says. He said the U.S. really is the best in terms of the size of the market. The U.S. really is the best in terms of the size of the market. That means that Trump gets to dictate terms.
Yeah. I think he might get a slap. Like, don't do that.
He basically just said that the U.S. is a market that you have to be in just because of the size of it alone. You want to know why? Do you want to know why?
As y'all can see, this channel is going to take like a slight curve in what we do. We're just going to be trending topics and localism. I only want to have fun on here. If I can't have fun on here, then I'm not coming on here, bro. Because I'm just not. If it ain't something I want to cover, I'm not coming on here to cover it.
I'll show you a why right now.
What does the Bible say about purging? Did you see that? That's what you were fucking typing? Hold on a minute. What does the Bible say about purging the community of evil? So this dude's literally coming up here and trying to have talking points that he just Googled. See how there's a little clock by it? That means he searched that not too long ago. Jack is bugging, bro. That's bugging. Let's take him back a little bit. I want to see if something comes up. No, he ain't searched it. All right, never mind. Dude, he's done more Google in this fucking live stream than anything. Google.
You know how I keep trying to tell you that Trump is trying to get more money to the minorities?
But he's going to stop funding for the African American Museum, but give money to the minorities. What's up, Cuddy? Bro, you're just on this dick sucking Trump spree, bro. I think that's all it is, man.
You know how I keep trying to explain that to everybody, but for some strange reason, you have a group of individuals that think that he's trying to do the opposite. Trump is trying to get more money to minorities, especially black people specifically.
The opposite? That's what you're going to go with?
Him and his friends own businesses. You want to know when people spend money? When they're happy. When they're happy and when they got money. It's literally the Trump's benefit for us to be happy and to have money. Now, remember we was doing that little conversation a little earlier about how segregation worked, where we were not allowed to be able to spend money in other establishments, so therefore we only spent money in our establishments while we were actually going to the white people to make the money. So we were sapping.
You looped all the way around back to that.
We were bigging up our own community. So what do you think has been happening to the rest of the world as far as America is concerned with this USAID bull BS?
It's closed. It's gone. You're late, bro.
You see, when I have
USAID is shut down,
I know
son.
they often just think that they're right because of the way that they feel. They have some kind
He's
of
had this shirt forever.
connection with the Democrats being able to steal money or something. I don't know. Who the hell am I? Just like this idea. I need a red one of these. I think it came with a red one. I gotta go find it because I always feel away when I have the black one and I'm wearing a black shirt and I'm like, can people see the mic? The mic is part of the thing going on. Anyway,
Stop that.
So, or orange, because these lights are actually orange. I don't
Nah,
know what they look like.
I don't think they look orange.
Except for those green ones that they burnt out. With that being said, in any regard.
What are you doing with the lights there, by the way? Like, what is that?
By them going,
Well, this is a real tragedy for a channel.
And having USA ID get all of our tax money and then basically open up clinics.
They didn't take our tax money. They were funded. I mean, our tax money, yeah, kind of funded them. But, I mean, come on, bro.
In other countries and then take our tax money.
Why are you yelling?
And send it to these clinics. And before you say, but we got to say the members, these clinics was to do stuff like gender reassignment.
He wasn't at Grace anyway, wasn't he?
Experimental jabs.
That's been going on forever, Jack.
Open because people break their leg over there and you need a splint. These wasn't clinics open because the malaria problems. Told you, I do not trust democratically open clinics. I keep telling you that. I do not trust democratically open clinics. I just don't. I just don't. Not even a little. I don't want any more clinics being opened up that aren't directly associated with a hospital. And I don't want any drug clinics open up in our communities at all. I want y'all to take all drug clinics and put them in an actual damn hospital somewhere.
That would just overpopulate the hospital.
Stop putting them next to schools.
How many drug clinics are next to schools, you guys?
Where there's going to be kids at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Some of you are in New York. Some of you guys are in highly populated areas. But how many drug clinics are actually next to schools? Because I can't think of one. I'm not talking down the block. I'm talking next to schools.
Two o'clock in the afternoon when you letting all of these people out from taking whatever medicines that they needed to take. Go move that to the hospital.
What's up, Lala?
Sheesh. I want to see that. Also, and I want to be clear about this. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. I need to understand why Democrats don't want our food.
Hit that like button for me, y'all. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't insult her. Tornado?
I see people complaining.
Yeah, we got tornadoes.
That you're not going to be able to buy soda on EBT.
Yeah, there was one like 3 miles.
When were you ever able to buy soda on EBT?
I didn't hear it or see it though. I was already laying down. My lights went out at like 10, and they didn't come back on until I woke up in the middle of the night like 1, and they were back on. Everything in the house come back on. I'm laying on the couch sleeping. The lady already in bed. I'm laying on the couch sleeping, and everything comes back on at once. Bing! Lights, TV, fucking everything.
I always assume when they allow you to buy soda, that's because the store is just, you know, a cool store. They just
No,
like,
they
we
allow
don't
you to do
care.
that everywhere, Jack. You're stupid. It's because it can be consumed. That's probably why you're able to do it. And it's not cooked.
I think people should get more money in EBT, but I do think that there should be greater.
And you're against taxation? But they should get money on EBT instead of food stamps. Oh, fuck, man. You're a Democrat through and through.
EBT. But I do think there should be greater restrictions.
Let's hear him, Jack.
I think soda's one. I think candy is another. I think potato chips is another.
What's up, money bags?
Cookies and snacks, I think, is another.
You don't think you should be able to buy cookies on?
Give you a cash value also, that you could spend your cash value on that shit. But I think the actual part of the EBT, I think
it's not your money either way it goes. Hold on a minute here. Hold the fuck on a minute here. So it's not your money either way it goes. So they shouldn't give you food stamps to spend on pop. They should give you money to spend on pop. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they should do, because food stamps go untaxed. That's right. What the fuck is wrong? Do you not even understand what you say before you even say it? Like, think about that one. No, you shouldn't be able to buy pop with food stamps, but I'm going to give you money on that card. And with that money you get on there, then you can buy pop or soda or candy. No matter what it is, they're going to tell you that it has a nutritional value to it, because it might have salt in it. It might have fucking sugar in it. It might have just this. Believe me, too much sugar is not good at all. And you should probably cut most sugar out of your diet. You just want to buy licks and crack with the EBT. Yeah, EBT isn't cash. You might get your cash on an EBT card, but that's not EBT. Yeah, that's what he wants. That's what he wants, bro. You're dead on, J.E. He want to buy drugs. Facts, Trail. Give me money on my card so I can buy drugs. What the fuck, man? This shit drives me insane with him sometimes.
And they're still going to do whatever they're going to do. They're still going to do whatever they're going to do. But I think we should be trying to promote health. I went to the store the other day and I bought a ton of sodas. I do not ever, first time I've been drinking soda in a long time. So I drink a ton.
Well, I have to quit soda, y'all. I have to. At least for the time being. It's almost I have to. It's probably the thing killing me right now. So y'all kick my ass, talk shit to me if you ever see me with a soda.
Right?
You trade stamps for rent?
I don't really drink soda that much. Right? I probably started drinking a soda again probably the last 6 or 7 months. Don't really drink soda. Anyway,
yeah, you can't afford nutritional
food. I can
food.
feel the difference.
Bro, you think you're going to go onto an all keto diet on EBT?
So that
motherfucking food stamps would be gone so quick. You won't even be, you could get food for 3 kids and yourself, EBT a month. And then if you decide to start eating low calorie food, high dieting food that's good for you, fruits, vegetables that are fresh, guess what? You're going to run out of food stamps. Quick than a bitch.
Not going to drink soda. Let me tell you a story real quick. So I used to work with this dude named.
All you drink is Coke? That's the way I was too, James. I gotta quit though, bro. I do. I got some kidney shit going on, and
great guy, so funny.
Something going on.
We should do a podcast. We used to be cutting up in the truck all the time. We used to do moving and storage. We used to work for a flat rate. So
I think that's like the last thing
we
I
had a
need to do
foreman.
for
I
myself
wanted
to
be a
like
foreman,
feel
and
like I'm doing the
not
healthy
in form
thing.
of his own. The
Wake up
company
drinking it.
backed us as a team.
I get it. I'm a pop fiend. I
We made more
definitely am.
money
It's
with
going to
us
be
as
a fucking
team
battle
than
though,
they would
dude.
if they separated us. Right. And we called our own shots. So now looking back on it, you know what? I know it was my journey to go through it.
Yeah,
But
I
now
was
looking back on it,
learning a little
I'm
bit about like the kidneys and shit because I was doing my own studies. And it says that like when you're dehydrated, your kidneys, your liver, they start to overfunction. So they're not even like leveling out. They're just overfunctioning, trying to grab all of the fucking liquid out of your body, and you don't have any. It starts to get pretty bad for yourself.
like, you know what? I would have been fine never being a foreman. 'cause my whole
Coffee's
thing
not
was I
that
wanted
bad for you though,
to be a foreman.
as long as you don't put sugar in it.
That's probably the only job I ever had that I wanted a promotion. Every other job I've ever, I hate promotions, but I wanted a promotion there.
I'm to the point though where I
So
have to
think I
like
should
start
be
making
a
changes,
foreman.
and I
I
have
didn't
to
even
like
think about
get
it.
into the
It was on
doctor
me.
for real, for real.
So I used to work with him. God, but
So
no,
I got to
right?
buckle down this month and get that done. I want to start. I want to live
Yeah, we
longer. I
talking
don't
about
want
the
to die
imported
early.
goods, Mexico thing. Give me 1 second.
See, I think that's what my fucking. I've always like I was able to do it for like 7 days with y'all. Y'all seen me quit pop for like 7 days, but then I fucking fall back into it. I don't know what makes me do that, but
I spent so much time setting the dang thing up that I forgot what I was gonna say. But absolute great guy, no worthy. I remember what I was gonna say, and then I'll tell you. Used to work with him. He was a good guy. It was fun. Anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say. I took way too long setting it up. So I will answer this question. Actually, I was fine until I read the question, and then I started thinking about some other stuff. So I
I've
started
done
thinking
that.
about some other stuff. So Shabrim says, so you think it's gonna cause issues with the price?
Why are you
of
reading
imported
just
goods
Shabrim's
out of Canada
comments,
and
bro?
Mexico?
Because he gave you money.
Mexico, Canada
Why are
has
you reading
already
only
said
his
that they're gonna
comment?
drop all of their tariffs as long as the United States drop theirs. The United States has a reciprocal policy, so there was no need for them to say that. The United States is going to drop theirs. It's a reciprocal policy. So
Yep.
Canada's going to drop their tariffs altogether. Now, with Mexico, that's a little bit different. So there's two things that
Yeah, it is a diuretic,
their tariffs,
but it
the
isn't
second
as
thing
bad as
is they
pop and
have to
shit.
stem
You
the
can get your
influx
caffeine
of
intake from it
fentanyl
without having to worry
into
about the
America.
sugars and shit.
So I think the issue
Probably
with
the only
Canada
one in there.
is
Let's
that
look.
Trump doesn't think
It's got
that
17 watching.
as
Hell
serious
yeah, it's like about right where
stopping
we are, Jack.
fentanyl from coming into America as he wants them to be. So
You know what the problem is with me with this is? This really looks templatey. Like for him to change the banners on the side, that's kind of easy to do. Cool.
might be where their issue is actually at right now, as far as I can tell. And as far as Mexico is concerned, Mexico has been, for
Like
lack of
all
a
he
better
does is
term,
have to
bending over
reset it to a
backwards.
file, a different
They
file.
don't want no smoke.
It takes like minutes to
They
set
want
up
zero
whatever
problem.
video you want to run on
And
the
the reason why
side.
I
Or
think they want no smoke,
like I've been
the
fucking
thing
with
why I think
OBS
they want zero problem
pretty
is
heavy
because, as
lately
far
because
as I
I'm
can
gonna
tell,
start bringing
there's
OBS
already
Studio.
United States military in Mexico. And they're getting busy. I've been seeing perfect time to bring up this since we're talking
I
about
didn't see.
terrorism.
I'm gonna
Just so
look.
we could be clear, cartels are listed as terrorist organization. So this is about to happen soon. Not soon, but this is where we're in a direction for this to go. I believe that this is something that might happen.
Yeah.
This is not something I want to.
Oh, he gave you 2 drops, Jack.
But this is something that
No, he gave you 1. No, 2.
It might lead to.
He gave you 2, Jack. That's $20, dude. You didn't call out the second one.
Don't be
Or
surprised.
maybe he does do it.
If
I'm behind.
parts of the Democratic Party start being labeled as domestic terrorists. They're already going in that direction. Thanks to the people that's firebombing Teslas, and thanks to the people who are organizing to attack Teslas.
Let's do it. Antifa, domestic
They got
terrorism.
the one dude that did the
Let's do it.
firebomb, and they're about to give him 20 years. He's guilty. He did it.
You do
They're gonna
anything
get
like
him
that
20
on
years.
American
I
soil,
promise you.
throw you in jail. You are
All
a
those other
domestic
people that's
terrorist.
been attacking Teslas, they are going because they're about to label this as a terroristic act. You understand? They already labeled it something.
He super chatted you,
As
Jack.
some kind of act against Elon or something. But they're gonna label it a terroristic act. And so they're gonna group all of these people. Watch. They're gonna group all of these people. They're gonna group all of these people.
That's the third time
Watch.
you said that.
Terrorist act. I promise you. They're gonna group all of these people.
You can't do it to all gangs though, because most
together.
gangs go at other gangs, so it wouldn't be a terroristic
And it's
act,
gonna
and it
a
wouldn't
whole
be
bunch of people
domestic.
that's gonna say, but I never committed a crime before, but this is my first crime. And then there's gonna be a lot of other people that's not even gonna be American. They're gonna be from some other country. They're gonna all be the ringleaders. Watch. They're gonna be from some other country.
Seltzer water.
They're gonna be some not American.
It is going to be
They're gonna
hard,
be
man.
all the ringleaders. That was the ones putting everything together, making everything happen.
Oh
Promise
well,
you.
I got to do it, bro. I quit smoking cigarettes.
And the
I mean, I
Democrats
still hit
gonna
my
be
vape,
raised
but
in hell when
that
these
was
people
hard
start
enough as
doing
it was. If I feel like I can do that, I should
And
be able to kick the fucking
this is another thing that I think that
sugar
they
and
should do.
shit. I need
When
to get
speaking about how they're sending that the possibility of them speaking about sending gang members and whatever out of the country to go do their crimes, go do their time in other countries. And I was basically saying I think they should send more than just gang members. I mean, if you got somebody on life, he got life in prison, send him. If his appeal's up, I mean, we got to do something about that, then whatever, but send them. You got somebody that got the death penalty, we keep them because we got to kill them. You got somebody that got 20, 30 years, you send them. Go do their time over there. If they make it to the end, you bring them back. So as far as that policy is concerned, I'm 100% behind that. So this is what they're going to start doing. And this is what I think they should start doing. When you do crimes against America, I think they should also send you, even if it's just for 10 years. Even if it's not no crazy amount of time, you're doing crimes against America, send them. It's going to be cheaper to pay that other country than it is to house them in America.
He just send them all to Guantanamo Bay. Send them all, guys. Send them all.
Cheaper to keep a roof over there.
Then you're going to start building prisons across the fucking world to send people to, Jack?
Stupid crimes and
Let's
going
have
to jail
some
for
sense
life.
here, bro.
Boom. When he know he ain't never going to see his mama again.
What the fuck does pressed mean? What does this mean? Pressed. Not from concentrate. So it's actually pressed out of the coconut. Like strained. So that's better than, right? I guess. I like the one that's got pineapple in it. That motherfucker tastes good. These are not very tasty, but they're better than water.
See, there's a thing about accountability.
Let's just send everybody to Guantanamo Bay, bro. Let's start building prisons in
You
fucking
don't hold the
Nigeria.
kids
Let's start
accountable.
building prisons in Australia. Hell, let's make Australia just a whole new
law
fucking
happens to
prison
find a
land
way
again.
to.
Send them all there. Yeah, right.
People think I be talking
Natural.
about the law and shit like that, and I'll be like,
That's
"Yo,
why
this
it's
is
so
crime
fucking
or
much
whatever,"
money.
because I want
What's up,
people to
Sin?
get arrested or locked up that are committing
I
crimes.
do like the
don't.
pineapple one, dude. It is pretty good.
There's crimes that I understand. that I might not agree with. Like, I don't agree
It's
with
probably
the
going to
selling
be
of
what I
drugs.
start
I
drinking
don't agree with
mostly.
it. But I do
It's
understand
just
how our
expensive,
economy
dude.
works right now. And if you removed
Dude,
100%
New
of
Zealand,
drug
is that where the
selling
place
in
was?
most communities, it will crash.
It's
The whole community will crash. Everything going on with the community, the money's going in, it will crash. The stores wouldn't even be able to stay open.
okay.
That's why
You don't like it? I have to.
stores wouldn't even
I
be
don't
able
like
to
regular water. I got some Fiji in there to
You
drink,
understand?
but this still tastes like
So, what
bland.
are things I don't agree with? I do understand how everything works right now, and we're so entrenched, especially in lower income communities. We have so much crime entrenched inside of our communities that if all of that crime vacated immediately, like at the snap of a finger, it would probably in the immediate present do more harm to the community than the community would benefit in the immediate after it. But in the long run, absolutely more benefit.
Why would
Remember,
you?
after all the crime leaves, that means there's no money being generated in the area.
This fool's still live. Yeah, he still is.
Like we've been talking about economy this whole entire time.
Yeah, I like the pineapple one for sure, but I like the coconut water. I'm only drinking it because
You need
it's
to be able
just a
to generate
little bit
income
better
in
than
the
water.
area. You need to be able to
To
have
me,
money from
I
outside
don't.
of the area
You get it at the
come
dollar
into
store?
the area and get spent.
That's probably where I'll start getting my shit.
As long as you only have money
Get a
going
fancy
out of
cup
the area and
with
you
a
don't
nice
have money
straw.
coming back into the area, that's not a benefit to the economy.
Keeps it cold all day.
So when the American taxpayer is paying taxes, and then that tax money that's supposed to be used for American things is being sent over to other countries, what are we doing to our own economy?
Oh, lady's got a cup she
So
carries
now when
around
Trump
everywhere.
says,
It's got this big, thick
what I'm going to
straw on
do
it.
is I'm going to raise tariffs. And by me raising tariffs on all of these different things, I'm forcing businesses that don't generally do business in America to now move plants into America and hire our workers. Also, just by the
Aloe
act of
juice.
them
I'm so
building
scared
plants
to
in our
try that,
country,
bro.
that's going to bring billions of dollars.
Is it good? Hold on. Let's have that aloe juice. Aloe juice? I'm scared to try it, bro. Y'all are Stanley Cup fans. I'm out of here. I'm out. It's fire?
Also, it's
I'm
going
gonna have
to
to
allow,
I don't know if I could
these
drink
people
aloe,
don't adhere
bro.
to the tariffs, it's going to allow for our auto manufacturers to have more competitive pricing. So it does so much. What about that? Was it a Ford plant or a Hyundai plant that was about to
I
be
will.
moved,
I'll
that was
try it.
about to be built in
I
Mexico? And
pass it up
instead of
all
them
the time.
building it in Mexico, now they're building it in America. That's a Donald Trump thing.
No, there's no tariffs.
That's 100% a Donald Trump thing.
And don't say that. You're talking about the air unit place. That's
100%.
strictly right here in Indiana. Their main plant's right here. Carrier.
So those things happen.
He got an air industry to
in any
switch.
regard,
That was it.
so many things I told you I was gonna happen actually did happen. I'm actually pretty decent at this particular job. I'm pretty decent at it. I'm pretty decent at the actual job. You ever notice how when people
Shout
try
out to you, Jack.
they try to tell you imaginary things about me that has
I don't
nothing
have
to
any
do with
Stanley
me
either.
doing my job well or not. Stop allowing people to manipulate you emotionally. They just love doing that.
Yeah, they
I've
do.
been not in a great mood recently, having nothing to do with assholes or idiots.
Shout out to you assholes and you idiots over there on BBN. That's what he thinks of you. Y'all are assholes and idiots over there. What in the fuck are you doing, dude? Hold the fuck on me. I'm pausing it because that was just like the longest pause ever in a person's speech. Like, let me think for a fucking 1,000 seconds. What in the fuck, man? Like, here we go. Let's make up our own speech. Come on. It's unpaused.
I really
Yeah.
want to tell you I can't.
Yeah, sure.
But
We believe that, Jack. Here we go. He's thinking of telling the real problem. Yeah. He's debating on whether I
sometimes
should.
something is beautiful. Like sometimes something could be the
And he has
most
to do it in a
beautiful thing
monologue.
ever. But that doesn't mean that there's not something else. that
Hold
could
on, y'all.
actually
Jack is monologuing. Go ahead, Jack.
I tell this story all the time. Not all the time, but I told y'all a couple of times. So Kendra comes to me while we're dating. And she says,
He's never
"What
going
do
to
you
forget about
like
Kendra.
about me?" I have a bad habit of just being honest all of the time. So when I'm
Oh,
around
that's
certain
really
people,
something.
I
Lie
can
right
talk
there. That was the first lie. He's honest about everything all of the time.
because I don't
Start
think
the
our
lie with the
relationship is
fucking
there,
lie. Why don't
and
you?
I know I'm gonna say something because I don't hide the way I'm not fake in any regard.
Hold on.
So
Just because you decide to say something or not say something doesn't make you fake or real. Sometimes it's best bet just to shut your fucking mouth and back away. It's that simple. It's that fucking simple, bro. Just back away. Hey, fall off. I'm good. Sometimes that's the best way, Jack. But no, you got to be fake or real. You say something, huh? Yeah, I got to say something because that makes me real. Does that make you real? Does that make you real? No, I think the real person would probably just shut their fucking mouth and soak it all in and then make their fucking, like, you're stupid. Too much trying to be real or fake on here. That's hilarious. You're on the fakest goddamn app in the world. Why are you trying to be real? It's called YouTube. YouTube. Get the fucking story
yeah,
out.
so I got to be careful. So
Like he's
it's
going to tell you some
specific
information
places,
that's
and I know
like
there's
top of the
people
line information.
in anticipation.
Could you
I don't
imagine
like
going
being
through this dude's
watched.
brain?
You know, you ever been somewhere everybody's just like watching you, and I really don't like being watched.
It's called paranoia.
It just anyway.
Son of a bitch, bro.
So
Son of a bitch, man. Why are you on YouTube if you don't like being watched?
he said, "I just said another one for that salute, fam. Salute the shot. You should have said if you had Cash App, that would have really hit the spot."
Shout out to my dude, man,
First
for
of
sending
all,
me a
I
$10
appreciate
spot.
all donations.
He's winning
just so we
again,
can be
y'all.
clear. I know
He's
if I was to
winning.
comment about
He's
anything
beating me,
somebody is saying
y'all.
and then try to make it seem like I'm saying
Please don't let Jack beat this channel, y'all. Please don't.
Period. I'd rather be an absent parent than a bad one, fam. Because if so, anybody that want to say F these people, you could pull up to the Cash App and donate some money, fam.
Straight up,
They just
fam.
want me to go broke, so I got to be a slave to my parent. I'm
say where help,
something I'm not. I appreciate all donations. Appreciate you.
Nah, you should take it wherever they give instead of saying something underhandedly. Then if you appreciate it, you appreciate it. no matter where it goes or where it came from. Why does everybody have a stipulation on what the fuck they
One of the
appreciate?
main reasons why
I'd appreciate it much, much more if you sent it to my
Kendra still
Cash App.
fucks with me today
That is fucking
because
nuts.
she told y'all on here, like I
Now
don't,
you're gonna make me wait all the way till next month.
like I just don't. I just don't. Like I'm not sure why I don't. Like this, like my whole life, I come up and people be like, "Yo, why don't you line up?" Like, well, I don't lie for this reason, and all of the reasons are factual. Like I talk way too much, so what the fuck? I'm gonna lie. I talk way too much. If you a person on this page, you've noticed that I've been consistent with
I
every
said
single
you
thing I've
talk
ever
too
said.
much.
I'm always
You never
consistent.
shut up. You talk
I'm not
too
like
much.
always. Everything I'm saying, I'm consistent.
Are you
Just
a
so we
child
can be
molester?
clear. If I told you a story today, I told you that same story before, it was the same story. If it was
Nah,
8 years
usually it
ago, if
ain't.
it was 20 years ago, if it was however, it's the same
We've
damn story. I
discombobulated
didn't
that
take
already.
nothing out. I didn't put nothing in. All right, salute.
Yeah, it wasn't even bad. Just him paranoid.
Shout out to Sha Brim with the $10 drop. Appreciate you, Sha.
Oh, you hit your Cash App too? Son of a bitch. Way to fucking hold him hostage. God.
And just so we can be clear, I've told many stories over and over and over again. I don't add anything. I don't take nothing out. I just don't. I just don't.
I said we talk too much. What are you looking at over there?
So sometimes I don't talk to certain people because of the truth that I don't necessarily want to say. And it might be a good thing.
You just said you don't shut up.
But I don't
That you're
trust
so
myself.
real, you can't
It-
shut up.
Not.
He's
talking
good.
too much.
He's up somewhere sleeping.
Let me
Giddy, giddy, giddy. Giddy, giddy. Yeah, he sleeps somewhere because I don't hear
Especially
him.
if the person makes me feel happy. Like my guard is gonna absolutely drop. And
Then
I
that
don't like
takes
that.
away
Not happen.
everything you started the monologue
Yeah,
with,
I
bro.
said you. I don't like that. I like my guard to be up. I don't like my guard to ever go down.
You don't like for your guard to be down.
Go down. And it's really uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable. Like it gives me anxiety. I ain't even gonna cap.
That's weird. You get anxiety when your guard goes down. That's completely opposite of what any fucking psychologist would ever tell you. Completely fucking opposite.
But my mind is just. Let's get back on topic. Let's get back on topic.
Now you got him checking his ears and shit.
Hold on.
Hold on, y'all. Somebody's at the door. Somebody's got to be here. Who was that?
Shout out to my neighbor and shit. Cool dude. Shout out to my neighbors just in general. I love living where I live. Everybody around here is
Squatting,
really
bro.
good people. As far as I can tell, like I don't know if anybody got anybody tied up in a basement. So if you find that out, I was not in on it in any regard. All of my neighbors around here just such good people, and I like living around here. And even the people that I don't necessarily know always say hi to me, so it's kind of dope. So it's kind of dope. Even the people I don't know, like you know what I'm saying. So there's this one neighbor I have, and I don't know. I've been talking to.
How do you go to Texas?
Every time I see him.
Hey, I got
like,
that
since
money
I met
in,
the
man.
dude. And so
I'll be able to pay you next month when it
5
drops.
or 6 months of me knowing the dude, and then I find out that he don't even speak English. But like he speak English. It's like Quito, a little bit, right? He's not Spanish. He's something else. I don't want to say. But like, but
He's
I've been
Spanish
stopping
and something else I don't want to say.
I've been talking to him. Like I've been literally seeing him stopping, holding a real quick conversation, telling a joke, and pulling off on him, like on a regular.
This shit is so fucking odd,
They met his
bro.
wife. And then I found out that his English isn't that great. Of course, he did a barbecue and he was like, "Yeah, you want to come over here, have some meats and some beers and shit." So I hung out with them at their barbecue and shit. I was like, "Oh shit, his English is not that good." But
What?
he's had the manners to sit there and listen to my jokes for like 6-7 months. You know what? Shout out to that shit.
This is what you get.
Good people still exist. We should spend more time trying to be good people.
The glass ones I used to throw down in school, those are fire. I used to throw them in the hallway at school.
I want to
Smash them on
apologize.
the
I'm just
ground.
working through something.
Just keep walking. Get downwind of that shit.
Any other questions? I'm just working through something. I want to apologize. Any other questions?
That is
Anybody got
weird,
anything
bro.
else you'd like to ask me? More than happy to answer.
I want to apologize. Hey, listen, I'm just going through something up here. I'm going to apologize. He thinks y'all are up there with him.
Sometimes you're not. So Kendra said,
Oh, my freaking Lord.
you know, what is it that I love so much about her? We were together for a period of time. And I 100% was in love with Kendra. That was a valid question. Right up to the phone. And
Terrible
I tried to
jokes.
explain to her.
That's probably why he just laughed. Ha 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 ha. I
tons
don't
of
know what you're
things
saying, dude.
about her, but I couldn't quantify why my heart felt that way.
You couldn't tell her why you loved her? Is this a fucking love
I
story?
didn't do it. God did.
God decided you would fall in love with her. He's going to keep stalking you, Kendra, because he thinks God wants you guys to be together. That's some shit you see on an A&E, TLC, TMC,
Sometimes God just put something.
fucking
I don't know.
Oxygen Network show.
I don't know anybody else's relationship with the Most High, but sometimes God just puts a thing in your heart, right? But it's a thing for you, but it's not for you yet.
No, that's just straight up a fucking like A&E crime series. A guy kept stalking her because he thought God wanted them to be together. God instilled this love in her heart, his heart for her. And he couldn't just imagine anyone being with her and touching her kind little breasts and her pretty little hair, touching her on her smooth ass. He just could not take that. So he murdered in vain his whole family and Kendra's husband. That's it. This is the making of that story. I'm glad we're getting it on video.
And you find out what that thing is, and then you do it. And then you have the thing that God intended for you.
See how God can't make you fall in love with someone, Jack? The person has to do that. Has to be something in the person that you fall in love with. God ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. So what about all the failed relationships? So God's
I didn't go to church on Sunday.
to blame for all of that?
I really miss talking about God, hearing people talk about God. I only miss one Sunday.
Well, DMW literally tried to help you get into church, and you wanted to film it. Yeah, God might put you in the same hemisphere with that person. I get you, man. That's what I was thinking too.
I have no idea.
He may put y'all together. I don't even believe that far.
I have no idea what you're talking about. There's not one girl in the church I would try to date. I wouldn't.
Somebody told me he's
try to
going to date
yeah,
somebody in the
I would date
church. Oh, troll account got him.
the church. I would date the person that God sends to me, and I'm pretty sure whoever God sends to me would go to church if I went to church.
So
I don't know
what
how
is
lame
that?
you guys are. I don't know.
So logic says you might date a person in the church.
Hey, I would, before I get to that time, I would let her know. Look, it's a prerequisite. I don't need you to go 7 days out the week, but on Sunday we gonna be there with our
But you
family.
need to go too, because you ain't been in so many
I don't need
Sundays.
to
It's
be there 7
pitiful.
days out the week, but on Sunday we're gonna give God His time. God's gonna bless us. We're gonna have a nice life. We're gonna go thank Him on Sunday, every Sunday. So yeah, so I don't know what you're talking about, but if there is some chick in church that got scared of something, I erased the comment. Y'all just couldn't
What
see it.
is scared got to
There
do
is
with
a
anything?
chick in church that got scared over something.
Oh, you
Okay.
scared the people in church. That's hilarious.
Hope it worked out for you.
Well, tell God about it.
I haven't seen one female that went to our church that God put in my heart. So, I mean, I've seen a female come to church that God has put in my heart, but there is no female that is a current goer of our church that God has put in my heart. So, thank you for
What?
rejecting me.
What?
I guess. I mean, I don't know how to deal with that. In any regard, anything else y'all guys want to talk about? Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
He said, dang, Sunday equals an extra 2-hour pay.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah, so thank you for that. It's literally
scared the
only
church
like
folks
one
away.
female at a time, ever. Like probably the last 25 years of my like only like one female at a time. So
You
who
might be
cares?
right about that,
That's why I
AP.
never care when all of the women around here hate me. That's why it don't matter. I'm not interested. Well, with due respect. I'm only
Who do you think you're talking to?
and depending on what happens, depending on what happens. That's it. It is what it is. That doesn't mean that I don't think other women are beautiful. I'm not. That has nothing to do with anything. I think people regulate whether somebody wants to date somebody else based on looks too often. I think it just has
Starts
to do
with
with
that.
preference.
It does.
I think it has
It
to do with
starts with
preference.
that. Actually, every relationship in the world starts with the person thinking the other one looks good enough.
I'm old enough to know that no man. I'm old enough
I'm
to know
sorry,
that
it's the
no
law of
man wants a
attraction.
soft wife, whether you realize it or not. Not all men can handle a soft wife because some of y'all don't know how to treat women. Especially nowadays. With
Coming
this,
from the man that doesn't have a woman.
but
Imagine that. The guy that doesn't take care of his kids telling you how to raise your kids. A guy that doesn't have a woman telling you how to take care of a woman. Imagine a guy telling you about God that doesn't even go to church on Sunday.
Sims be the main dudes that end up beating on women, by the way, whether you understand why I just said that or not. Anyway, in any regard. So I know I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that's going to give me a hard life. So I don't want the loud woman. I don't want the argumentative person. I want the person that we could work together. I know I want to be able to,
Oh, he thinks that relationships come without arguments. Oh. You think that it's just all fucking, the grass is so green, don't you? Yeah.
I don't necessarily
One of
want
those
a woman
guys.
that works. Like I would prefer to be able to take care of us and have a home wife. I would prefer that.
Well, then you better get to work, son, because where are you going to find this deadbeat woman at? On the streets? She don't have a fucking job. Where do you expect to find a woman that doesn't want to work, that can stay at home and be a housewife, and you ain't even got the house? Where are you finding her at? Soft white underbelly?
So these are things I would prefer. So when I see that a woman could cook, I see that a woman is cleanly. Like these are things that is gonna make me attracted to her. Not she got this job or she got that car or like that's not anything that's of any concern to me. Yeah, Shy Brim said most of them are argumentative nowadays. I think our culture is
Most of them are argumentative nowadays. What age are we talking about here? Because if you're talking about a fucking 20-year-old, I'm out. I'm out, bro. If you're dating someone our age, then you can't put that in that category because it's not an argumentative woman then.
the problem. I don't think it's
Y'all are
so
still
much
out here
about women,
dating
though. So
fucking kids and shit,
some
weirdos.
shit on. I'm playing the game. He was just like said some stupid shit, and then I said something back to him. He was like, "Yeah, but everybody's hating nowadays," and so that was no matter of
That was a
fact. It
dumb
was
conversation.
Pastor
Shut
Daniel
up.
Sinner. So he said everybody's hating nowadays. So that's the thing now. Like
No.
you're not cool unless you hating.
Jack's
So, you
after
know
a
how I see
maid
and
for
operate.
sure. He's after
Whenever
somebody
you
to
see
take care of
anybody
him
just hating on
while
somebody,
he don't
you know
even
how I
take
see
care
it?
of them. How do you expect to take care of somebody when you don't have a
Just
job, bro?
you could
At
say
any
what you
time,
want to
your
say. You could
YouTube
be like,
career
I'm
could be
exposing
shut
on what I'm
down
doing.
at
Are you?
any time,
Or
and
are
they
you
don't
just
care.
trying to find anything negative that you could say about a particular person? Or did something actually happen that's noteworthy that everybody needs to know?
We do that.
Because there's a difference. You want to know what the opposite of the gospel is? Gossip.
Gossip. It's not the same.
That's the opposite of the gospel.
So if we're gossiping,
So if
we're
the
not
gospel
gospeling.
is the word basically is the truth is the Bible is basically the gospel. Anything that is gossip is contrary to how we're supposed to conduct ourselves. Right?
Not
Basically.
true. Gossiping could come off as just
The gospel
normal
is the
fucking
truth of God.
conversation. Gossiping could just come off as normal conversation. I start talking to Maine, blah, 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 blah. That's gossiping. I could be talking about Maine to Jack, not say anything wrong about Jack. That's still gossiping. You can gossip without there having to be ill intent behind it. You understand that? Oh, that's right. That's right.
So who's the author of lies? So
I know why he
I'm
don't
saying.
like gossip. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if women think it's cute or not. I think, and this is so. I was I was playing a game, and
Here we go.
you know how you play,
Here
you
we
just
go.
make one comment, and then somebody just absolutely goes bananas, and you didn't even say nothing negative. So I made a comment, and then the dude went absolutely bananas. And I just so we could be clear, as soon as the game started, he said my name. He was like, "Oh, the spawn split." He knew who I was. Just so we could be clear. All right, like really that dude by accident.
Video game?
By accident, fam. In any regard. So he starts trying to get into a back and forth with me through the beginning of the thing. It might have been on live. I don't know. He tries to go back and forth with me in the beginning. I'm not going back and forth with him. So at some point,
A video
he's
game,
yelling
y'all.
and screaming and talking crazy, and I say what it is.
Ooh.
I say that
Ooh.
this is not masculine. This is emotional.
Video game.
You're having an emotional moment in a masculine space. Because we're all men doing men shit. It might be video games, and you're like, but that's a kid's game. But we're men doing a kid's thing. So we're in a masculine place.
Are you
We're
really?
bringing femininity into our place. That femininity is runs contrary to masculinity, right? So when you have, just so we can be clear, when you have femininity that refuses to work with masculinity,
Femininity.
or masculinity that refuses to work with femininity, that's when the problem exists.
You're fucking nuts. Shut
Masculinity
up.
is not the problem, and femininity is not the problem.
Now he's part of the
Individuals that chooses to
manosphere.
work together is the problem. But when you have perfect masculinity working with perfect femininity, that's when we're at our best.
Now he's at the fucking.
That's when we can make anything happen with just a word. That's when we're at our best. So what happens is this dude and his whole feminine energy decided all he wanted to do was argue over nothing.
It's been at least 5, I'd say. 4,
So
5.
the first thing
Around
I said
4
to
maybe.
him was, you must come from a single mother household. He didn't answer me, but that made him go up 5, 6, 7 more octaves.
Octaves. It's not octave.
The problem with men that come from single mother households is that women don't understand masculinity for the most part. When a woman sees a man in his masculineness, sometimes she perceives that as weakness because he's not being loud. Sometimes masculinity is
This is
quiet.
going nowhere, dude.
So what she teaches her kids
I just
is, like,
fucking
protect
wasted
yourself
2
from a
hours
bear.
talking about you, bro.
Gotta get big and loud.
It was
She
a
teaches her
nothing
sons
conversation.
the way that you protect yourself is to get big and loud. Why? Because when she's going up against men, she's the smaller creature. So she has to get big and loud in order for what she believes to be able to handle that confrontation. When in reality, real men respond to femininity.
Femininity.
Period.
His show? Yeah, I don't know what in the fuck he's doing up here, bro. Is he still live? Yeah.
Period.
He just ended it. Or no, maybe not just
About
ended it.
2 years after I got my... But these same people that talk...
Here we go. Might as well end it out, right?
They know something about me that you don't. The idiots that keep trying to pull up to fight me.
Oh, here we go.
Also, I don't want to fight nobody, so stay over there. Do whatever you do, whatever you doing. I don't got no time for any of that. I'm just being honest. I'm never going to forget. My father came to me one day. I was a teenager, probably about 18, 19 years old. Yeah, my father came to me one day. I was a teenager, probably about 18, 19 years old. It was about 2 years after I got my weights. That's all I know. It's about 2 years of me just working out on my weights every day, damn near. That's why I got to get some weights. Because I just work out. Like, I don't got nothing better to do. I just work out. Like, that's why even now to this day, I take my shirt off. You're gonna be like, what? Let's go. In any regard,
My God. He's thinking of the story now.
Pops comes to me.
We got action, Pops.
And I think he heard about something.
Pops action.
I was the idiot that lived in a neighborhood that stuck up for other people all the time. That was me. All right? That was me. I was the dude that when I was walking down the block and somebody was fucking with you, like, you called me and shit, like, hey, yo, Bob, B.O.B. Like, that was me. And then I come over and not everybody cool. Like, that was me.
Thing's
I'm
dead.
like,
Yeah.
I'm from Concourse Village, 158th Street, South Bronx.
We got action. Concourse Village, y'all.
I ain't got cap. All right? They call me Psycho Bob. You could go talk to people.
We've tried.
In any regard.
No one knows you. This is why they call him Psycho Bob, by the way.
Just be good people. Like, you don't never know. So that's what I used to do. You just walk around and just kind of like what I do now, but different. I used to just walk around and do good deeds. I used to be bored. So I just go outside and I just help people.
What a life. You just
It's
sound nuts
reward,
at this
man.
point.
That's why I keep trying to say I come from somewhere else. Like, what I mean by that is like mentally, I come from somewhere else.
Yeah.
I
It's
see what
called
the
fucking
problems are in
Mars.
the neighborhood. I get it. But I promise you, if you go to the neighborhood that I'm from, you'll think the neighborhood I live in right now is clean, safe. You be like, yo, this place is clean. This place is safe.
Nowhere
I
safe.
promise you. Okay.
Yeah, Psycho
Gerard,
Bob is running around doing
think
good
about how
deeds
many
for
of y'all know
everyone.
what I'm talking
Psycho
about.
Bob, the good deed doer.
That's where we're from. Sheridan Ave, Morris Ave. This is the blocks I lived on. All of those blocks go like this, just so we could be clear. There's like 2 or 3 blocks in between, like Concourse Village. I'm part of me, like the Grand Concourse, and there's a Sherman over there somewhere. Park Ave. You know what I'm saying? All of these blocks go like this.
Yeah, like blocks do, dumbass.
That's one neighborhood. You know,
That's how normal blocks do.
Mitchell's.
That's why they're called blocks.
They're the projects over there. Freaking Mitchell's got more people living in that projects than live in probably all of where I live at right now. I'm not even capping. Probably. I'm not even capping. Mitchell's projects is huge. Ah. But I like where I live now, and it's actually improving. I've been seeing a gradual actual improvement in the neighborhood where I currently live.
Here we go, bro. It never ends. It's like
So
he tries to run his own little
shout out to
narratives of
Coach Knight.
life
I
that
don't know if I should talk
aren't
about
even
this.
real, bro.
But they were trying to do something in the
This shit ain't even
community
real, bro.
that was help the community, just so we could be clear. And they were literally told that there's a certain level of type of violence that the community needs to have.
Are you
before they feel
fucking
safe
kidding me?
and it's not high enough here. So
He
when I
just
heard
said
I
that.
was like, you know what? That's a win. I'm happy that that amount of violence isn't something that's happening, you know, to create a need for this particular service. So I'm happy about that. Violence is still happening. Don't get it confused, but it's getting a lot better out here, and it's getting a lot better. I can see the improvement. There's
Oh,
not
I'm so
as
happy. I
many.
am off for the
We
day,
have
bro.
a real bad homeless derelict issue.
I feel like
where
shit. I'm just tired.
Overwhelming, and that seems to not really be that big of an issue no more neither. So, you know, a lot of improvements is happening in the community. It's literally looking cleaner. I think they need a dog park out here, though. Not for nothing. If not for no other reason, to have somewhere for people to take.
Then build them one, Jack. I thought you're a community leader. You're doing all this shit for your community. Then make. How about propose an idea? How about like lay out a plan? You ever known that you can propose ideas?
Right now, but whatever the politicians are doing, it's working.
You can propose an idea, Jack, and they'll pay for it.
I haven't been seeing or hearing about any big drug busts or anything like that. So I'm going to assume that whoever the local pharmaceutical people are, they got their shit together, at least in a point where the blocks aren't dirty. And, you know, that's usually what my big complaint is. Like, you doing business.
Drug dealers
you should keep
make the block dirty? Like, what do you mean by dirty, though?
I'm sorry to say some stupid shit. But we should keep it at least clean. You know, it should be at least. I got to shave. We had an award ceremony the other day. Man.
I know that chair is killing him, bro. I remember that chair I had one. But that motherfucker did not fucking.
They got my name spelled my name wrong, but I was getting this, and it's basically Coney Island Sharks. Thank you for the support. And there's a couple of things I want to say real quick in regards to that. First thing I want to say is I appreciate y'all for.
He got a fucking trophy. Oh my god,
I haven't been feeling very creative the last couple of years, and I appreciate the patience that they've had with me while I've been going through this slump of lack.
Imagine if that would have been your kid or your kids' coaches. Like some people's priorities are just out of whack, bro. He got a participation trophy. Woo-hoo! He's about to cry accepting the speech. His award speech.
Anyway, so we had an award show, and it was beautiful, and I should have recorded it. But I don't think of things sometimes like if somebody would have just said it to me, I would have just did it, you know. But it was the last thing that was on my mind. I didn't even think about it after the show done started. And anyway, so they had the most beautiful woman there.
Oh my god! Oh my god, dude! What a way to fuck up your acceptance speech, Jack. Look at all the beautiful ladies in the house tonight. Yeah, look at these hotties, boy. They had the most beautiful women in the house. What the fuck, bro? He can't keep pussy off the brain. He hasn't had it in so long. What the fuck, man? I can't believe this shit, bro. You can't make it up. You couldn't have made that up. Speak, fool.
She glows.
Oh my god, dude, he's losing it.
Anyway,
He's losing it, bro. In them four walls, he's in that little bitty ass apartment, and fucking, it's eating him alive, bro.
It was a great event. I appreciate having people to do stuff for. I don't really have people to do stuff for that I like. Thank you for being people that I like and allowing me to do stuff for you.
He's losing it, bro.
People to do stuff for that I like, and I don't want to do nothing for people I don't like. I don't do nothing for you. I don't like you. I don't want to do nothing for you. I'm just gonna keep it a stack. Nothing. It's gonna upset me. Really upset. I gotta do stuff for people I don't like. I don't want to do nothing.
He's losing it, bro. He's fucking losing it, man.
Just the most beautiful.
Jack Frost is going crazy. He's fucking losing it, buddy. That's like noticeable too.
I'm gonna let y'all go.
Cool.
What time is it? I'm gonna try to. I have a bad habit of just saying what's on my mind, and so I'm trying hard to. This is why I can't lie.
Setting you up for another lie, man. That's why I can't lie. Where I can't. Fucking rolling a
All right,
joint, man.
everybody have a blessed day.
Fuck it. I'll sit here and chief with y'all. There ain't nothing to say, probably. He just he's building something up. It's like a build up to a nothing burger. It's like putting fucking nothing on a nothing burger. Call this shit out, bro. Womp, womp, womp.
Everybody have a blessed day.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed day
So
too,
when I
man.
first saw Kendra,
Back to Kendra? Yeah, you're going nuts, bro. Kendra's boyfriend. You need to watch your back.
it felt supernatural.
You know she has to reciprocate the same feelings for it not to be weird, right, Jack?
That's how come I know.
You think he got an eviction notice? Oh no, I don't know. Only he knows.
Also, time didn't feel
It's
me
awfully crybaby today, ain't it?
move like time is supposed to move. So apparently,
Some icky
I
SMR.
thought I basically said something like immediately, and I was apparently standing there staring for a good 10, maybe 15 seconds. I don't know.
What? Oh, is he professing his love for you again, Kendrick? Kendra? It might be a Kendrick. We don't know. Hey.
It's like God stopped me in that moment. And while everything else happened, I and my
Drugs are bad,
consciousness
kids.
stayed
Definitely.
in that moment.
Yeah, he's still taken back to where Kendra met him. Boy, if you don't get your wicked ass out of here,
So what do you do?
I gotta get a new grinder, man.
When you're losing time like that?
What?
I'm just thinking about a person.
Oh my God. What's up, Shots? Look at this dude. He's fucking fiending over some pussy. Kendra, please call me back.
I'm dealing with my own stuff.
Kendra, I can't take it. Please call me and return my calls. I miss you. God's making me lose all my time thinking about you, Kendra. God.
I couldn't tell Kendra
Have you really? Mine's shot.
why I was attracted to her.
Need to clean it or something, probably.
Because I couldn't quantify it. We could tell people how much we like them.
Ooh, I know they
We
like
could tell
me.
people how much we want them. And we can tell people how much we need them. And I think that's what that question was asking me more of anything else. Anything else.
Does it? My shit's fucked up
I
right
don't
now.
believe
It's like stuck. I think I need to clean it. Or just get a new
when
one.
you truly love a person.
It's been like
you
$30 on that
become-
motherfucker, though.
I don't think it's a thing that you create. I don't think it's a thing that they
Put a little olive oil around the edge. Hey. Wouldn't take much, would it?
I think there's so many relationships right now is based off of wanting somebody, needing somebody, or liking somebody.
Last time I cleaned it, I did with a toothbrush, and it worked after that for a little while. I just scrubbed around the edges and shit.
I don't want any of that.
See, that's bullshit, man. You
I
feel
wouldn't
my
be in a
pain, bro.
situation where I can give to somebody else what I believe God's love is. I don't think God will put in my heart for me to choose somebody that wouldn't reciprocate.
So he's telling you, Kendra, I'll never be with anyone else. Hell yeah. I had to break mine with my hand.
I know for a fact that I'm never gonna date somebody that I don't physically find attractive.
You just said,
I think that's wild that people do that.
I don't know, dude. This shit ain't therapy, bro. Get a therapist
But
for
I'm
that shit.
sure would
They
never
make
date
therapists for
somebody
this.
that I don't think
People go to school for a job for this.
that emotionally
They think people really
and
care.
spiritually we align. I need for us to spiritually and emotionally be aligned. Homegirl says she cooked from scratch.
What?
If that wasn't somebody saying I'm a wife, I don't know what is.
What?
Scratch.
This
If you cook from
motherfucker.
scratch, I mean that we can eat anything.
I got a dab tool.
That means we can eat anything. Like anything. We can eat
Bunch of
anything.
them.
All we have to do is just get the recipe. That's it. Not a lot of people could cook from scratch.
I think everybody should be able to cook from scratch, bro.
Definitely not as simple as people think it is. Not cook.
It's pretty simple if you know how to follow directions. It's not that hard. Cooking from scratch is really not that hard if you know how to follow the directions.
I was having a
You
conversation.
have
the
to
person was
follow
overhearing me.
directions, though. So when it says, "Hey, this needs to sit here for 30 minutes," that needs to sit there for 30 minutes. I mean, this is just normal in cooking.
But what a man looks for is alignment. Alignment is important. So
I don't think anybody
back
just
to what
aligns up,
Chaperone
bro.
was saying about the loud women. I don't think I could be aligned with one, but I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of loud men that can be aligned with loud women, and I think they should explore dating one another.
Hold on, bro. A loud woman just doesn't like become a loud woman because society has changed. It would be because they were grown up that way. Y'all are making like,
if that's fair, right?
you would be dating a child if you think that the people nowadays yell. That would be a child, damn near.
I don't want to beef. I want to love each other. I want to be in love. That's even more important.
Dude, I'm so old. I'm not talking to nobody under 30.
Love that when people see us, they know.
Straight up. You got to be at least 33, 34 for me, bro.
It's not even because.
And you got to have your shit together.
Respect.
I ain't taking nobody in.
And I think that that's something that people sometimes lose. It's not about being all over your significant other. Do you respect your significant other when they're around, and do you honor them when they're not? Are you doing those two things?
He's not going to change his ways, bro.
But what do I know? I'm single.
There you have it.
What woman will have me?
Oh my God.
Especially since I'm only interested in one, so it doesn't matter if a 1 million would have it. So
this is a cry for Kendra.
With that being said, Everybody have a blessed day. Go out into the world, do something worth doing. Stamp God's name on it. Let people know that you come in the name of the Most High. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other.
Hug the
Hug
kids for me. Don't hug the kids for him. Please don't. They're not his kids. They're not his children. I think you should hug your own kids. I would hate to be some of these children, you know? I seriously would. I would hate to be some of these children. Because these kids already know their parents are on YouTube. These kids can come up here and see him accepting rewards for kids that aren't even his basketball league. Because he took all his time away from his child to do that. Shit's crazy, bro. I mean, look at us sitting there with his face. He's so bugged out, bro. That's bugged out. You know what the problem is, man? I think he's going crazy more and more every time. So, like, it just gets more and more intense every time. Like, he sat there for like 20 minutes talking about some girl at church. So she can make stuff from scratch. He was bringing in parts of it that we don't know nothing about. Like, we don't care. That's why you're supposed to live your life off of here. And then when you come on here, you can let out what you want. Period. It's as simple as that. Pretty simple. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to go see if we can find if Thug's been picked up. Because, well, they could give him a court date. They could give him a court date. What's up, Net? Damn, they are going to file fucking probation violation. Yep. They are, bro. He's going back to jail. Going back to jail. I don't know what up with how they're going to do it. I think he can get a court date. I don't think they have to lock him up.
New this morning, Fulton County prosecutors are asking for rapper Young Thug's probation to be revoked.
Yeah, a new filing accuses the rapper, whose legal name is Jeffrey Williams, of having a blatant disregard for the law. 11 Alive's Karis Belger joining us from the Fulton
Yeah,
County
you got to be
Courthouse.
dumb.
Karis,
You
heard
did
from
this to
Young
yourself.
Thug's attorney about this latest filing.
We have Brian Steele did share a statement with our newsroom. In it, he says in part that his client did nothing wrong. As for this filing, it accuses
wow.
Young Thug.
Boy, let me tell you something.
People.
There are some dirty people in this world, right? And then there's an attorney. Boy, you can't get dirtier than an attorney, man. Imagine having to sleep at night being an attorney. Imagine having to sleep at night, dude. Knowing you got to get these people off of crimes you know they've done. When I had that burglary case and they were trying to offer me like 30, do 15 and shit, I lawyered up. I said, well, I got to get a lawyer. This motherfucker, you know what my public defender said? They wanted to know, bro. They wanted to know, are you guilty of it? Did you do it? Because we have to find a way to get you out of it. Attorneys are worse than doctors, dude. I guess that's why some attorneys go down the path of doing righteous work, and then some attorneys go down the path of doing fucking criminal work. But to know someone is flat out innocent, get them off on it, and then go to bed at night. I know that, but damn, bro, you got to go to bed at night, G.
Using social media. One instance in particular mentions a gang investigator who was also
Don, what's
testifying
up?
in another hearing and was not supposed to be shown on camera per a court order. The filing alleges that after a known blogger shared a post with that investigator's face, Williams shared the post with the caption calling her the, quote, biggest liar in the district attorney's office.
Dude, your fault, man. It's your fault, bro.
The
It's
filing
fine.
states that the investigator's address and those of her relatives were shared online, and it also says threats were made against Fulton County DA Bonnie Willis. Young Thug's attorney Brian Steele shared the following statement with us. It says, this motion is baseless, and while intimidation and threats of violence are never appropriate, Jeffrey Williams has done nothing wrong. We look forward to seeking a dismissal of this petition. So a note
Hold on,
about
man.
Young Thug's probation agreement. He is not allowed to engage in any sort of gang activity, nor is he allowed to engage in any sort of behavior that could undermine the judicial system. He is allowed to come to Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport in Atlanta for business or professional reasons, but he cannot stay for longer than 2 weeks. Also, as a part of this, he has to return.
Dude, I mean, come on, bro. Yeah, I never was a big fan of Thug. Early Thug, a little bit. When he was with Scooter, when he was with Gucci, I could put up with him. But it started to get a little strange afterwards.
To Atlanta 4 times a year for community service. where
Atlanta's
he
got a
talks to
big
schools
cloud over it right now, dude. Atlanta is just like,
and youth groups about gang activity and the dangers involved in it. In downtown Atlanta, I'm Kara Spelger, 11 Alive News.
so they're trying to.
First, thank you.
So what they're doing is trying to get the probation violation thrown out. How in the fuck you do that from home? Bro, you get out on probation and you start sharing tweets and shit of people going to the fucking DA's house, of DA's fucking the fucking all the people in the courts. They start doxing the shit and you share it. Lil Baby got a Rico. Yellow Beezy's about to get wrapped up. Let's see, what else hip hop? Thug's about to go to jail. The whole Rolling 60s Crips, they're getting fucked up right now. Hip hop is not what people thought it was 20 years ago. And I think we've got a bunch of people that have a blatant disrespect for just human life. You can't pay people to kill people, bro. You can't. You can't even pay people to go hurt people. It's not allowed. And then all y'all talking on the phones and shit. These phones ain't safe. You're not fucking safe from anything. People just telling it all to everybody they run into. Yep. I hope you go to prison. Fuck it. It's not my fault. Why the fuck would you get on Twitter, share all that information about all these DAs? She's the biggest liar in the world. Seti Nash has a really good video on it we played earlier. Go back and check it out. This dude was doing the most. The most, bro. Hold on. We got it still up. I still got the video up. Let's hear him finish it out.
Big stuff out the way is they want that money. Yeah, they see Thug about to do that tour in Chicago, I believe it is, or do his first show in Chicago in about a month or two. And they see that he's gaining motion. The song with Lil Baby, they thought they ruined his rap career because they took the rap lyrics from him and said he can't rap about that. Little do they realize that Thug ain't really been rapping about gangster.
Bro. Look what just happened to Sauce Walker. They killed Say So P. Let Sauce Walker live. Guess what the hitmen do? They then go out and kill the killer. Real smart move, actually. But there's still one left. No, they're not pushing the positive rappers. I don't think that's what's selling. But you have to keep pushing it, right? If it's not something that's selling, like, for instance, for anybody that's changing a YouTube channel, yes, you have to make the change, right? But you have to push the new change. You have to keep pushing it, before that algorithm's going to go in your favor. You have to keep pushing it, bro. You got to put more positive rappers on the scene. Not everything has to be fucking holding hands and being best friends. We got to quit talking about gangster shit, killing people. Because it's these people are putting money on people's heads. They're actually doing criminal activities under all, like Lil Baby's Rico. He's ordering people to be killed, is what they're saying. I don't know it to be true. Obviously, the Thug shit was true. He fucking pled guilty to it. Didn't do nothing worse than than Gunner did. But yet Thug's out here fucking trashing Gunner's name every chance he gets. But you took the plea bargain too, bro. You told them all that it was you, the leader.
Stuff for a couple of albums. But the problem with this is she told you, Paige Reese Whitaker told you, it's not you. It's what you do that these people think is cool. When you have fans, it's short for fanatic, but when you have fans, and this is why I'm always quick to say, I don't have fans on my channel. I don't want fans. No, I want supporters. I want people that are visionaries because I'm not above criticism.
Hold on. Who has said the same thing since I've been on here? I don't want no fucking fans. I'd rather have a community of good people behind me than fucking fans. Because what's he say? What I think Seti says something like, I've watched this, so I know. I think Seti says something like holding himself accountable, like up to like criticism or something like that.
People didn't even like what I put in the last damn video when Kewan White literally said, yeah, it's over for Yella Beezy. He did. He said that the snitches that are on the case are about to tell. And I took the video, and I don't care how y'all feel about my opinion. To me, it sounded like he ready to tell it all. But it doesn't matter. When you have fans, bro, they will take it upon themselves to do certain things that you would never approve of.
Yep.
And then it's funny. If you do that, we'll just have a whole nother trial of people that were threatened by Viverito, like SB's wife, like Shannon Jackson's wife, Kayla Bumpus. Well, that was a threat right there while she was sitting up there testifying.
New charges on him.
The court ain't finna go for that. Oh, we wanted to hide her identity. Well, then you should have scrubbed the internet. I put her damn picture out there as well on the internet. So that doesn't even matter. You can Google Officer Viverito. Blame y'all stupid ass police department then.
Yep.
Have your police department take her photos down. The photos came from y'all.
Mm-hmm.
All the photos that we have of Marissa Viverito is because
what?
of Fulton County. So yeah, y'all need to go to jail too. And y'all see Miss Love wasn't in on that because she gone. Told y'all she was leaving. Flat out told y'all. She gone. So there's that. But here's the biggest thing. Nigga, did you really learn anything? It's not just those tweets. When he put out the tweet that said that that Street, aka Young Scooter, was shot, that pissed off Atlanta PD.
Oh yeah.
That's why they had to hurry up. That day, there's actually people who were trying to get that autopsy that could not get it. I seen the following. I can show it to y'all. Stay to the very end. I'll show you the exact pictures and everything like that. Who could not get that. So APD hurried up and sped that through and made sure to put in there he did not die from powder burns.
Damn.
Then here's one of the worst of the worst things. And I want you people to understand. The personal attacks that he's been taking at Gunna are unnecessary.
I say that
too. They
too.
just are.
I say that too, bro.
That shit is not necessary at all. You can feel how you want to feel about Gunna. You can say what you want to say about Gunna. Hell, you don't have to like him at all. But to flat out go out of your way and say that is stupid. We understand there's a problem. But all you dumbasses, and I'm calling you dumbasses, if you're a visionary and you don't see this, you're a dumbass. He's on probation. He is the property of the state of Georgia by the county of Fulton. It just is what it is. He can't do certain things. He can't say certain things. He needs to go back into the mode of just having a regular square person, a management, whatever it is, let them run your account because, bruh, you obviously done lost your damn mind. And I know there's, you're supposed to be supporting Young Thug. She's not going to take that, man. She's literally not going to do that. But she needs to bring him in there, drag his ass in front of court and get on his ass. She needs to drag him down to court and do that. They're going
to fine him. I guarantee that.
To mess around and basically say about his tweets, hey, bro, you can't do this, you can't do that. So there's going to be changes to his probation. They're not going to haul him off to prison for that stuff. He's not literally responsible for what people tweet. There are things that people tweet all the time that have nothing to do with nothing. So there's that. And I find it funny how he did the community service and they didn't care about.
Damn, bro, you got a stalker like that, bro? Don said, my stalker says he's going to the FBI to get me in jail. The FBI won't do anything. Meanwhile, he's harassing and calling CPS on women and men, making false charges. Son of a bitch, bro.
Not that at all. So they're not saying he's not staying obligated to his commitments, which is funny. He has been. I know.
Mark my words, bro. There'll be something done about all that soon. Mark my words on it. People gonna start going to jail for all them fake phone calls and shit. Watch. That's dope. There you go, Erica. Like, seriously, bro, like, they're gonna start doing something about that. I can see it already, bro. They just filed charges. They just filed charges on that woman in Atlanta for the Young Thug or Young Scooter death. It can hold up to 10 years because he did die in the commission of you calling the police. It holds up to 10 years, bro. And I think they're going to make an excuse out of her because they tried to hold Atlanta PD accountable. So they're going to make an excuse out of her. So what happens when the next person swats someone and then that person don't want to answer the door for the police? They come in and kill that man. You going to go to jail, bro. You watch.
He's done, but they don't want that out there, so I won't put it out there.
Hey,
but
boom.
He's been on the right path, but this right here, this lapse in judgment, you gotta get your hands
all
smacked.
they have to do, bro. That's it. Like, let's put this for instance. Let's say I swat Don Armando, right? I swat Don. They can't figure out who I am, and they killed Don Armando, and they're held accountable. But me calling them actually holds me accountable, right? Because I swatted him. They can't find out who I am, correct? They don't know who I am. So they take the voice call and they put it in Don Armando's algorithm. And they say, anybody know this person's voice for the death of Don Armando? They put it in his algorithm. Boom. You got 15 people trying to be in touch with the fucking police to get that fucking reward. Absolutely, bro.
Bro, because that was wrong. That was wrong. Now, I'm pretty sure he didn't really think too much about it. Like, all right, but Viverito's on the stand. She's long-winded, long booty too. I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. I don't know what she looks like physically, and I don't really care. But Marissa Viverito,
all right,
and Fonnie Willis,
Tyler Barrett,
and Simone Hilton, and Adam Abate on this one, they want to come back for that money. They still pissed. They are still pissed about that. That Young Thug and them have not messed around and just gave it all up, the money and all that stuff. And they don't want him preaching about whatever his cases is. Guarantee you, probably in that probation revocation that they're going for, what's going to be modified is that he can't speak on any proceedings in the courts, including his own. So when they go back to court for the rest of his things, they're going to really, yeah, they're going to mess it up, bro. They're going to try to go for the gusto. Because remember, Fonnie Willis asked, $53,000 or $55,000. You don't think she ain't going to try to get some of that money back?
I agree.
Yeah, all right. Say what you will, say what you want. I know the truth. This is not just about making sure that he don't say anything about the courts, which Viverito is the biggest liar. Flat out she is. I said it. But this is also about the power that he holds. They hated that tweet before. That tweet before is the real tweet that they're talking about. That, oh, he got shot. I'm still debating on if I want to go to the balloon release tomorrow. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all want me to do, and we'll figure it out.
There's a trace back to everything, bro. There's a trace back to everything. That's why they're making the world revolve around computers. That's why they're making the whole goddamn universe revolve around everything technology. Because they could trace it. Every single thing can be traced back to anything. It doesn't matter if they have to climb mountains to do it. They'll do it. They will if they want to. Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office just told me they haven't determined the cause of death of Scooter. I don't know who told Thug that.
Medical Examiner's press report for Kenneth Bailey. Case number 2025-00821. That's important for you people who want the Freedom of Information Act to send that in. 39 years old, black male, date of injury 3/28/2025, date of death 3/28/2025. The Office of the Fulton County Medical Examiner performed an autopsy on Kenneth Bailey on Saturday, March 29, 2025. Case of death, penetrating injury of the right thigh, manner of death, accident. Comment: Mr. Bailey sustained a penetrating injury of the right thigh that created marked blood loss. This injury was not a gunshot wound. Mr. Bailey injured himself on organic wooden fencing material and or woody debris.
Imagine climbing a fence, bro. To all the men out there, imagine being in a fucking full-blown, like you're going through it right now. Your adrenaline's pumping. You got your blood pressure going, and you leap a fence. You get over that motherfucker, right? You make it. And then the next one's right behind. You leap that fence, and as you're going over, dude, the fence goes through your thigh, bro. Whew. And you start bleeding out right then because we got some big arteries in our thighs. Bro, it could definitely happen. Definitely. That's definitely something that could happen, bro.
After vaulting at least one fence. Now, correct me if we're wrong, but wouldn't it have just been best to say that he had a right thigh injury from penetrating wood instead of having to define that he was not shot? And then,
well, they did that because of Thug. That's how much Thug is that's how much Thug is involved, bro. They don't give a fuck. That's how much Thug is involved with what's going on in Atlanta. Just because Thug said he was shot by the police, they had the medical examiner had to put in their fucking medical examine report that nope, he wasn't shot. They don't do that. I don't know if it was his time or not, bro. I think that was a little rushed because, I mean, that bitch called the law, bro. She swatted him. And for whatever reason, he took off running, bro. We all may never, ever, ever figure that out. But for whatever reason, Scooter thought it would be a good idea to get the fuck away from the police. Who knows? It's scary to think about. It really is. That's how fast your life can be gone, man. That quick. Nobody's ever thought about that. I mean, not saying y'all, but like, he probably didn't think that night. It was his birthday. They was going to turn up, party time, and the police come knocking. Now the woman says that there was a fucking threesome going on and she left and all that and called the police because she was mad and all this and this. I don't believe her story. I don't. I honestly don't. But you guys have a great day, man. I might be back live tonight. Depends on how I feel. I appreciate y'all for pulling up on me, man. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. Just remember, watch who you have in your circle, bro. Because they do shit like that. And then smile. Go, hey.
I don't come with safety. The only time I'm safe is when I'm dangerous. Posted in the 30 with this 30, trying to leave them brainless. We still in the jets, exactly where them boys say we ain't hanging. Put cheese on my head, I come collect that shit. You think I'm playing? Trouble hop out busting at it, brother. Miss you know I'm hitting. We got O's and Bo's in here, and we got wood cook in the kitchen. If I say go get them, they go get them. Young boy fingers itching, fingers squeezing on the trigger. They heard all them glitches. Money man, I run it up. If I fall off, I'm poking shit. That bitch quit asking questions. I hate all that notice shit. We send shots the whole year round, no ring around the road and shit. My little bro, he makes it vanish. He with hocus pocus shit. Chopper bust, they hit the ground. It's too many sticks around. We known to get greasy, pussy. Don't you have your bitch around? Switch up on this bitch. I catch him deep, get a whole click around. Put us in the midst of shit that we ain't do. We spinning now. Bitch keep trying to tell me slide. Think she trying to set the pick. But the hoes been tripping, texting my bitch on that messy shit. Left a bro out there with his brains out, yeah, that's that messy shit. Bought another